So that's a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
That's how we start a show.
Yeah. It could all be avoided if we all didn't have the technical competency of like 80-year-olds. I know who the Miz is. And that's only because he played in the celebrity softball games at All-Star Weekend. That's the only reason I know who the Miz is. Also, sexual deviant, the guy who threw shoes in Austin Powers. Didn't that guy something?
Oh yeah, he was the one that got punched by the mullet guy in the dick, right?
In the dick,
UFC 3?
Yeah, in the dick.
Okay.
Let's get this over with, because I gave up on sports since Sunday. I haven't been watching any sports. I don't like sports anymore. Sports are dumb.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby.
Ah! What do you want?
The world, sir. Damn Flurkins. These fucking cats. I'm on Team Skrull when it comes to Flurkins. They're creepy, and I don't like them. I can't wait to see a scene in Secret Invasion when an army of Flurkins comes at a bunch of Skrulls. Like, I think that should be a thing. If they don't do that, they're missing out on comedy gold. It's a great callback.
You are a terrible fucking sports fan.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You don't give a shit about a team until they beat your friend's team, and you want your friends to feel like shit.
No!
Because you're a terrible fucking sports fan. That's exactly what you're doing. You want to troll people and make them feel fucking shitty because the team you don't actually care for beat a team that we actually care about. So fuck you, Ray. Fuck you before you even fucking say everything.
Well.
Bro, Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense. I might have to watch this new episode of Hot Ones. I don't do that very often. Every once in a while I'll watch an episode. But did you see who's on the new episode of Hot Ones that just came out today?
No, I did not. Who's on the new episode of Hot Ones?
One Mick Foley.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. It's always a good time.
Yeah. Man, he has good hair, man. Like, it's cut shorter, but it's still real thick. He's like in his 50s. He's got badass hair.
Oh, yeah,
real?
dude.
Is this hair real?
Is it long? Because they'll shave it every once in a while.
No, it's not long, but it's thick up top. Like, it's bushy up here.
Yeah, he's always had a good mop top on him, even back in the 90s.
Definitely good hair. Even if he colors it, it's still real good hair.
Yeah, when he was even when he was like Cactus Jack, he would have his hair in like a ponytail and like a dude lovey what do you call that thing? Headband.
Yeah.
He had a very luscious head of hair for a pro wrestler in like the hit maybe Kevin Von Erich. We'll call back Kevin Von Erich from Tuesday. But like to me, that like he had pretty hair. It was nice, bold shape to the head. It was nice.
A lot of times, especially like that, I remember the '90s guys when they had long hair. It was like thin. Like they weren't guys who should have had long hair. And it was thin and stringy, and it always looked wet.
Yeah. It's fake sweat, bro. You gotta make sure you're doing 50 squats before you go out there.
What do you need fake sweat, dude? You can have some of my sweat.
Mick Foley. I would love to have him on this show badly. I want him on this show so bad. That would be a fun. I almost had him for when he made a book. A couple this was over a decade ago.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched a documentary on him, and I heard about how the book came to be, which was interesting because they had a couple different wrestlers they wanted to write books, and they were using ghostwriters, and he didn't like his ghostwriter, so he's just like, "Can I just fucking give this a stab on my own?" And like, "Yeah, give it a go, I guess." So he wrote his own. So
he wrote it on like planes too. Like if he was on like the McMahon jet, he would write in like a notebook in the fucking shit light that they gave you on planes. And yeah, man, it's a great book. I did a book report on it in like, I think I was in 8th grade when that book came out, and I bought it.
No, I've said it a lot, and I'll say it again, and I'm going to say it a bunch more probably. But The only part of wrestling that doesn't interest me is the actual wrestling part. Like,
Yeah.
like everything else. And I've tried. I watch it. I'm just like, I don't get it. I'm not into this. But the behind the scenes stuff is really interesting to me because it's such a fucking wacky. Still to this day, it's a fucking wacky form of entertainment and just a wacky industry.
It's insane, dude. And
it was pretty weird, really weird now. It was even weirder back then. So,
oh hell yeah, dude! Like a lot of the stuff. Paul's, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come on. Yeah, that was a really creepy thumb, and I liked it.
There he is.
What's up, Paul?
Is that hat ginormous, or is it just the way it's sitting on your head? Because it looks like the biggest hat ever made right now.
I think. First of all, what's up, gangsters? I think.
Well, hi. By the way, hi.
I think.
What's wrong with your head, bro?
I think my head's just small.
It doesn't. I mean, it just doesn't look right to me. I know you didn't ask. So I'm sorry, but it actually looks like half a safari hat is what it looks like.
And here we see.
This is from the Pharrell Williams collection.
That explains a lot.
Explains it.
Yeah.
Explains it. Are you happy?
Well, yeah, big hat.
Yeah, 2 joints ass. Pulse, why is there a cake mixing bowl on your head? Look at and then looks like a construction helmet. You're getting a lot of hazing for this hat right away. Don't take it off. Don't take it off.
No, yeah, keep it on.
I'm sorry. We just right off the bat, instead of even high, it's what's going on with your hat? Yeah, that's.
I said hi, so you're on your own on this one, in my opinion.
I'm sorry.
On your own.
You want to call me fat, Paul, to make you feel better?
The truffle shuffle.
All I want is for a Game 4 win. That's all I'm hoping for, man. We need to tie this thing up.
Yeah,
No.
Well, I watched a little bit of the game yesterday, and they were just crushing it for most of the game.
Yeah.
Well, they won, but are they playing now?
Game starts at 7:03 my time. So
nice.
Yes.
Pulse, more importantly, why has your wall modeled beyond belief or molded beyond belief? It's not mold. It's more of a decor, really, 2 joints. It's AstroTurf. Did you get that from the Astrodome? Please tell me you cut it yourself.
This is from the White House's East Lawn.
I love it. That's where so much stuff has happened. JFK got Hummers there.
Who'd you have to beat in a poker game to get that? That's what I want to know. You know what? If you can't pay up, just give me some of the grass. Just go ahead and cut me off a chunk. No one will
Hunter,
believe me.
now I can only give you this amount. You'd have to give me some lawn for the rest. Okay? Implying that Hunter Biden does coke. Anyway,
I got it.
No, I mean Tim's looking at me.
No, we figured. No, I was looking at how to get out of this conversation because it wasn't really going anywhere. Thomas posted something that I didn't know this that one of the McMahons, one of the grandchildren, plays football for Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on the team. I don't know how much he plays, but he's a white running back at Indiana. You know, I'm not saying you never play.
Yeah, he'll go to wide receiver or something because he's only a freshman. This is I think his freshman year of being at Indiana. He's actually
probably redshirted. Tim, a nice 500 milligram gummy is a nice light start. That would murder me. You would see me have a heart attack on screen if I had that much.
Ooh, well, I think we. Go ahead, Paul. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was going to say, one of the former executives for the WWE, a man named John Laurinaitis, his I think nephew used to play linebacker for Ohio State.
Well, his dad was one of the
Road Warriors.
Warriors, yeah. Yeah, he played, and then he was a broadcaster, and then he got into coaching. He's actually back at Ohio State as a grad assistant now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's a coach. Last year he was at Notre Dame. This year he's at Ohio State. So he's trying to be a coach. Well, he is coaching. So, yeah, before that, he played for the Rams. He played a few years in the NFL, and then he was on Big Town Network for a while, but he wanted to go into coaching, so he's doing that. But that was such a cool thing when he was playing though, because he was a badass, and everybody would wear tons of the shoulder pads. You see people with the shoulder pads and the makeup and shit, and they still do.
Iron Man through there was word that Iron Man was blasting through the speakers at Ohio State, like throughout the buildings and stuff, which is dope because the Laurinaitis family is like, except for Johnny, is awesome. Is awesome. John Laurinaitis can suck eggs, but Joe Joe and his son are fucking amazing. Like athletes.
I know this from I think experience of one of our friends whose father is a wrestler. Once people learn your father's a wrestler, that's all they want to talk about. Like when I learned Jerry Joffe's dad was a wrestler, I'm like, why is that not the only thing we ever talk about, Jerry? Like I feel like, wow, that's definitely the most interesting thing I've heard anyone say about their fathers.
Oh yeah, and the interest, like the fun part about it is I never talk about pro wrestling really with Jerry. Like Jerry will talk pro wrestling with me. But when we went to his dad's house and did the interview with Dan Brown and Jerry, he just started rattling shit off and it was wild. Like the stories that he had for that podcast. I mean, I was very happy to be at that in that panel for that. That was kind of cool.
Well, let's have him back on.
I absolutely will. Oh, and I want to talk about this real quick. I think it's December. I'm going to be doing a 30-year panel for Opie and Anthony, hosted by Tony
Chad
Mazur.
Zumach?
No, might be Chad, might be there, but Tony Mazur is the one putting it together. He hasn't really confirmed anything set in stone, but he's offered it to me and he's trying to get some other people from the O&A show and all that kind of stuff to do like a 30-year retrospective. And he asked me to do it, and I'm gonna.
Maybe you can suck someone's dick on air. Maybe.
Well, at least tongue the balls.
Make that happen. Yeah.
I'll give a rusty trombone.
What? Is this going to be like a roast or something, or just a retrospective on the?
Just a circle jerk.
Yeah, it's going to be a fan circle jerk, like talking about stories, probably mostly, and talking to some of the people from the show, which will be cool. I'm going to absolutely love that. And Tony Mazur's a great guy. Go check out Tony Mazur. He fucked over
I love Tony.
Stuttering John Melendez. On a live stream and just fucked with him unmercifully. It was awesome to watch. Like him and Chad both just started fucking with Stuttering John from the Howard Stern show.
Trying to get Tony to play softball with us. He actually messaged me the day before, I think, and said he couldn't make it. I didn't think he was coming anyway because he didn't say anything, but he did get back to me and tell me he couldn't come because he has a back injury apparently. So.
Oh, Ray, did you tell Tim?
I did, yes.
Ray felt it necessary to call me in the middle of my TV watching time.
Yeah, absolutely. Pulse, we all need to give Pulse some applause here, for sure. And thank you for doing this. Next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have Smilin' Sam Alvey on the show. So we will be able to conversate with him. Pulse lined it up for us to have Sam on. So
it's good, man. That makes up for that. Makes up for that hat. It's not that bad. I'm just giving you shit.
My God, Tim.
I'm still holding out hope because Jake Paul hasn't announced his opponent for December 15th. We could campaign to get Sam Alvey's name in there,
Let's do it.
I think he beat out Sam Alvey, unfortunately. I'm not gonna tell Sam that though.
Fuck no.
I
don't know. I mean, he could walk him down, maybe.
Oh, it's not possible. I mean, he could hit hard.
Sam was in that karate combat league where they have.
He had a karate fight or something.
Yeah, you saw that he won by first round knockout in that league where they have the CGI in the background.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see the fight.
Is that the Bas Rutten thing?
I don't know. They're in a little square, and all the opponents are like elevated above them, and it's just
that's Karate Combat. That's
Okay.
Bas Rutten's league. That's he
is
created
it
them.
Fighting in the spear.
It's almost like a kumite, like legitimately out
kinda
of
cool.
what's that movie? Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. Yeah. Dana says he wants to do a fight at the spear. I don't know if they'll ever let him. But the thing, well, you can't do anything. Did you see the like video and shit from the U2 concerts?
Yes.
So nuts.
Yeah, I sent it to you, dude.
Maybe you did.
I did.
Either way, it's nuts.
Hell yeah. I want to go there. Can you imagine like that place in the round for like a boxing match or like a fucking small UFC event?
Yeah, there'd be some cool stuff you can do in between the fights and stuff. But like, as far as concerts go, people are really pushing hard. There's an internet movement for the next residency to be Lady Gaga, and I'm all for it.
I would do that.
Lady Gaga at the Spear would be amazing. That would be so cool. Could you imagine the kind of show she put on in that thing? Oh man, that'd be amazing.
Oh my god.
Or Creed, one or the other.
Oh my god. It seats 18,600.
Oh, does it? Oh, that's plenty big enough for a UFC event.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's booked for a couple decades or something. I don't know.
I mean,
just looking
Dana
at that
could,
thing, just seeing
Dana
that
could
thing.
Pull that string, you know?
Maybe. Just seeing that thing, just driving by it. They weren't even doing anything with it yet. You're like, what? It's just a giant ball in the middle of the strip. You're like, what is this?
Yeah, Pulse, when you go to Vegas, you will see the Sphere from everywhere.
That was lit up all the time.
Yeah. It was trolling golfers, like putting in like crying emojis whenever guys would take their shots.
That's hilarious. That's funny.
That would be fun if they actually did that. I don't know if I saw like a meme of it, and I'm like, that would be fucking amazing if it's actually a true thing.
Yeah, somebody's gonna hack that thing one day and play hardcore pornography. We can only hope. We can only hope that happens.
Oh my god,
that'd be amazing. Actually,
host the AVN Awards there. Just turn it into a gigantic tit that rotates. That's how you fucking make that shit happen.
Bro, I think you should put your name in the hat to host that thing, like to host the AVN Awards. Because I mean,
I've heard nightmare stories about the AVN Awards. Because like,
the thing is, you're gonna bomb. So Ray would be perfect because he's he wouldn't
might
stop
actually
him.
like me. That would be like I would never be asked back. It's like we can't have this.
What kind of horror stories? Like
well, it's you can't make any jokes. Like
yeah,
you feel like the only thing you can possibly talk about, because you start with a monologue, you do stand up at the beginning, and you feel like the only thing you can possibly talk about is their industry, right? Like you kind of have to, but they have zero sense of humor about their industry, so it's like impossible.
So what
it's also weird, like going up and like talking about your wife and kids or whatever else you do in the porn awards, right? You have to like talk about what's going on there, and you can't. So it's weird. Everyone hates it. That I heard, at least.
Like, what are you supposed to bring up? Politics or what? Like, what are
I know. But if they have zero sense of humor about their industry at all, so you'll just get nothing, and they won't be happy. It's like worse than like the Golden Globes.
Yeah. Or what was the foreign press awards that Ricky Gervais went into?
Yeah. Man, I love any of those where people have like good jokes and you just hear or see fate, like the ESPYs, dude. Well, now they've toned down the ESPYs a lot. I mean, ever since they had Norm Macdonald host the ESPYs, they toned it down a good bit. The last one they had, I mean, Hart was supposed to do it, Kevin Hart, but there was a writer's strike, so McAfee did it, and you could tell they didn't have writers because he didn't really have much jokes.
One year, Peyton Manning did it, and he was.
Yeah. Didn't LeBron do it too? Yeah. John Cena. He did it.
Nobody saw John Cena's thing, though.
Ha
I want to say 1 year Justin Timberlake hosted.
Maybe. I remember when Seth Meyers did it because it's the one joke I remember. He made a joke about the Miami Heat. So, yeah, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, they call themselves the Big Three, named after the amount of quarters they play, which at the time was pretty funny because they were blowing a lot of late leads. That first year they were together, I mean, that's funny. And then they made fun of. Oh, Cena did it. Cena did a joke about. It was like the United States women's gymnastic team is so dominant that Kevin Durant's going to play for them next year, like that. And Durant's just like, he's all pissed.
It's actually a good joke.
2 joints. Justin needs to hook up with Brittany. Well, according to Brittany, like he got her pregnant. Apparently, according to her.
Yeah.
I mean,
the fuck, man.
Well, whatever. It was a long time ago, and I don't know. Some people I wouldn't trust right now, and that's probably one of them.
Yeah.
Not saying she's lying though.
Although that would be great because you could do it to Damone and Stacy from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Where they're like, we can get one of those abortions. My brother got one for his girlfriend because they were 18 and 17, so like they were young and stupid. So
very possible that happened, but whatever.
I gotta say, she's had a hell of a career for a woman who cannot sing.
I know, right?
Like she's had a hell of a. I mean, it's not been going great lately. You know what I'm saying? But early
a lot of people. We talked about auto tune the other day. There's a lot of people who can't sing have good careers, but she was one of the first that like she never sang live, like ever. So and like you go to her show, she's not going to sing live, and it's kind of like you don't care. I mean, I would, but it's not
I would too.
But it never happens, so going in, it's not going to happen.
I'm just wondering how is it that she's under a conservatorship? It's like
she's not anymore.
She's not.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened like last year, I think, or like 2 years ago.
They ended it. See, they ended the conservatorship of Michael Orr as well. That happened. The Blindside guy.
Oh, what happened? They settled out of court or something like that?
Well, they ended the conservatorship, which he's been under a conservatorship since he was in high school, and he's in his mid-30s now, and he just found out that he was still under one. So they ended that. Yeah, I don't really know how much they've been doing, but the fact is, even if they haven't actually been taking money, they did lie to him about that. They did lie to him. He never was actually technically adopted. They just signed a conservatorship, and he did not know that until very recently. I think this year. So that's wacky.
Well, I mean, he also was 17 at the time.
At the time, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, but isn't it true that they all got paid from that movie?
Yeah, but what they say, they showed receipts recently of what they made in that movie, and it wasn't a lot. And they all made the same, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, so
it wasn't nothing, but it wasn't like what they were talking about. I don't know. He said they've been using his name and likeness the whole time. I don't know if that's true or not, but all I know is they ended the conservatorship because I think any judge would have, because it didn't make any sense to exist. Mm-hmm. Not now.
Yeah, because he is an adult, so he can fuck up on his own, as my father used to say. Got some stuff here. What is in the chat?
Sandra Bullock was hot in that movie. That's true. She was. It's my Sandra Bullock with a southern accent.
I agree with 2 joints. I think Britney Spears should start an OnlyFans.
Surprised she hasn't yet. Well,
me either.
Not for the money, but it's like for the attention. You see, like when she's like going. I mean, like the parties she's been at, she's probably getting plowed by a lot of fellas, and good for her.
I mean,
I hope she's clean, and I hope she doesn't get pregnant.
Like the last thing I want to do is body shame anybody, but she's not.
She doesn't have the best body in the world.
Well,
not like how she used to be,
when she was 16 or like 19, when she was real young. Yeah, of course. But like now, are you talking about 45-year-olds or however old she is? 40, however old she is. Well, she's a little bit older than me, I think. She might be 40. What?
I mean, as far as starting the OF, like does she? Oh, she still has money though, right?
Yeah, but no, she would still make a lot of money because she's Britney Spears. It doesn't matter what.
She'd go top 1. She would be the 1% for at least a day. Like she would probably be the most subscribed to until everybody's like, "Oh shit, she's just knife dancing." Like that's all she's doing.
She is 41. She'll be 42 in December.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, as far as 42-year-olds go, she looks pretty good.
Yeah. Well, facially, no. Body-wise, it's still a little bit rough, too. Like, I've seen some of the Instagram posts where she's, like, naked, and I'm like,
Pulse doesn't quite get this, but she actually does look real T County. She really does. Like,
yeah. No, it's I'm trying
it's a
to.
T County 9.5 right there.
Tim, give him a Houston reference. He'll get.
I don't. Nope. I don't know.
Like really hillbilly Pulse. Like she's hillbilly hot. Like
cut and shoot. She's cut and shoot hot. Remember?
Oh yeah, rode hard, put away wet. It's not good.
No. The town cut and shoot.
Texas, man.
Yeah, cut and shoot Texas. It's a real place.
Yeah. So is what they call DEA, Dead End Alliance, is a place called Dead End, Texas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's a Cleveland, Texas as well. Not quite like the Cleveland, Ohio.
There's a Paris, Texas, where they have their own Eiffel Tower.
I mean, I knew that, but like, of course they do. Like, of course they have.
Say, you should build it. Like that's your name's fucking Paris, Texas.
Yeah, I mean, listen, hey man, we have a Berlin. Ray's been there. Not the most happening of places. Beautiful.
Oh, it's a gorgeous piece of the state, but like what goes on there is just fucked up.
A lot of Amish, tons of Mennonites, and Dry County.
Too much horseshit on the roads.
That too.
Too much horseshit on the roads.
Y'all have dry counties up there because we have them here.
What?
Y'all have dry counties in Ohio?
Yeah. Certain communities, like the Amish communities, are dry usually.
Yeah, the only one I know of is Holmes County. I guess it's the closest one to me.
You think they bootleg up there?
Hard.
Well,
like we were talking about moonshine the other day. You think that's what they?
That maybe the Amish do. I don't know. I wouldn't trust it though. But no, I mean you can sell alcohol there. It's just they have a lot of laws about it, and they can't sell it in like a gas station or like stuff like you can't. I don't know, but most people I know that live there. I know one guy who lives there, and he's a drinker, and he gets all his stuff. He goes out of town. It's like when he leaves the county, he stocks up and goes. So it's just because you can't be like, oh, I needed to make a beer run. Beer run will take you half an hour. So yeah.
We had I think when I went down to Berlin for that weekend at the one resort they have down there, we had to go into whatever the neighboring city was. That was I think like 10, 15 minutes away.
Millersburg.
Yeah, I think we went to Millersburg to drink, and we brought back
Millersburg's in the same county. So it's also a dry county, so they still have those laws, but they still have bars and stuff. They just have different. I think now they have to close at like 11 or something. I don't know. They have.
We went. No, it wasn't Millersburg. It was It was out of whatever we went. I think we went out of the county for it or something like that.
All right. Well, I mean, you could get Millersburg's like a normal city. It's just because Berlin is so Amish and Mennonite, they don't have anything there.
I know, dude.
But Millersburg does. I mean, they'll most likely they're having those fights in Millersburg next month. I'm assuming they're going to have beer there.
They should. They're missing out on a big tax base.
And what I looked, it looks like they can, because I wondered if, like, by the laws, they could. I've only ever been to one fight that didn't have alcohol, and that's when it was at Claymont High School when Andrew fought there.
Oh, okay.
That was weird. But me, Sean Boyd, and another guy, we went to the nearest bar beforehand.
Speaking of fighters, same day as the Tyson Fury fight, guess who I get to run into at the Cleveland Masonic after the boxing card?
I don't know, George Comer?
No, Bulletproof Blake Troop. He's coming to Cleveland with the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, and he's going to have a match at Sam Hain, which is on Fight TV. On pay-per-view, and he's taking on a guy who's Jax is a big fucking guy, but Blake, I'm rooting for Blake in this one because MMA all day, every day dominance.
He told a great story that was kind of ruined by the connection.
Yeah,
let him on. Like I'm like, it's just a great story, but it kept going. And I also want to know who he slapped. Did we ask him? We won't. He wouldn't tell us on.
No, but I will. I will ask him on the 28th. I will ask him.
Yeah, he just didn't say it on the show.
Ray, your thoughts on the new Kurt Metzger latest special? It was actually pretty good. I
didn't
liked
watch
it.
it.
It's on YouTube for free if you want to go check it out. It's called 30 Minutes with Kurt Metzger on Gas Digital. Shout out to Gas Digital. Love that whole network.
I don't know. That stuff about him being a Jehovah's Witness is fucking wacky.
Huh?
He grew up Jehovah's Witness, and that's fucking
Yeah,
wacky.
up here. Like
Yeah,
he's from Cleveland.
Is he?
Yeah, he was actually a Jehovah's Witness up here.
Well,
and
my friend's mom grew up Jehovah's Witness, and her
it's
parents
insane.
were still are. And when he got married, I don't know about this last time, but the first time he got married, like there was a whole thing that his grandparents weren't going to come because it was a church, normal church, like a Baptist church. So, but they ended up coming though. But that was the whole thing.
Oh wait, what is it? Oh, Bonnie McFarlane, you're talking about.
What about Bonnie? Well, Bonnie's awesome. I've worked with Bonnie. She's awesome.
Also,
Really cool.
Two joints. I'm going to answer this question real quick. No, she doesn't have to bully me. I'll still do it for the story. I would absolutely take Lizzo to Pound Town. Without a doubt. Flute and all. We'll use it. It's good.
It wouldn't take that much for Ray to do it. I mean, Ray would do it if she wasn't Lizzo, probably.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I hooked up with this big black chick who plays a flute. He would be.
That ain't the first time I've said that.
This big girl who played a woodland instrument that I got with.
And if she shaved, and if Lizzo shaves her pubes, it looks like the sphere. Then so be it. Yes, it would. It would, and I'd be happy with it.
That's also something you need to put on the sphere.
Lizzo's bush.
Yeah, but I really hope someone hacks it. I really do. One day. I bet someone will one day.
Oh, I'm hoping, dude. Mm-hmm. That will be the greatest story in the history of this country.
It's true.
Is just like
the hacking of the sphere.
Yes, the hacking of the sphere in Vegas would be awesome. But yeah, 18,000 though. Do you imagine the videos?
I have to look this venue up. Is it actually shaped like a sphere?
Oh, you don't even. Oh, yes. You
it's
need to
a
look
big
up
black ball, man.
Okay, so it's sort of like the opposite of the Epcot Center.
Kinda. Yeah. It looks like a reverse Death Star. Like
I mean,
if the Death Star was painted
whole
black.
Thing's projection screen inside and out, not just the inside, the outside too.
Yeah, there's like I think
right now is it a big pumpkin? Or they're doing that? They change it, but
it's like 500. It's like over 500,000 LED boards.
I see it. They made it an eyeball, a basketball.
Yeah,
that's the outside. Yeah,
and then the inside projects like all kinds of shit. Like U2's fucking performance was pretty dope.
If they ever do have a UFC fight in there, and Dana does not let them go balls to the wall, all out on intros, it would be bullshit. Why would you do it if you didn't do that? Right?
That would be
the fucking craziest intros.
Oh my god! Imagine Zhang Wei Li's fucking like you have Chinese lilies falling from the top of the fucking thing, and with Wei Li Zhang across the fucking thing.
Everyone.
So it's got LEDs on the outside. What happens if does it not rain in Vegas?
It's a rarity.
It obviously has some sort of protection over it. I don't know anything about that electronics.
Okay, I was gonna say I know Las Vegas is a desert, but it's got to rain sometime, right?
It rained when we were there.
I'm excited for the first sandstorm that actually hits that fucking thing. I've been in a net. I think there's a video on my Instagram from when I was out in Vegas in 2021 when we did the show when I did the show from out there of a sandstorm happening, and I did use sandstorm because I'm a nerd, but it was wild. And to see it get hit by a sandstorm is going to be the first test, I think.
Paul, they hire some Mexicans to get up there and put a cover on it when it rains. Thank you for pulling that up. I want people to know that I'm reading this. But no, however, it would be really funny if it's like a baseball grounds crew. There's like racing up the side with the tarp.
They rappel down with a blue tarp. Like
Yeah,
SEAL
I mean,
Team
like,
6.
what if one of the bulbs
Like a
goes
Gatling
out?
hook
How
and
do they repair that?
I mean, there's
I couldn't tell you,
probably
man.
they have
It has to have its
mechanisms.
own special maintenance people. I'm sure that only certain people that can work on that thing. I'm sure. I don't know. It'd be sweet. Maynard is amazing, dude. Tool in the spear. Dude, I just million bands would just be, man, all the shit. Especially if you let Maynard program his own show. That'd be nuts. I'm not even a giant Tool fan, but I would love to see that.
I love Tool. They're one of my favorite bands.
Definitely. Sorry, I was gonna say definitely high on the bucket list now is seeing something at the Spear. Something.
Yeah, I'll go with
I'd
you,
go,
regardless of what
I'd
is.
see any concert there at the Spear. I'd see John Mayer at the Spear, and I don't even like John Mayer.
I also think about this, like T-Mobile, like that's what 20,000 people that you can fit on, including the floor, like when it doesn't have ice.
Mm-hmm.
Think about like WWE or like AEW getting creative in that space with like the videos they already put out, the shit they already do for like entrance music and all that kind of stuff. Wrestling would work in the Sphere. Like wrestling would be one of those things that actually does work in the Sphere, and I would love to see that happen.
Also
along with MMA.
All very expensive shows to put on as well. However, doing that in a Spear would be easier than trying to do it anywhere else because they have it set up for it. But how about Ben Palmer picture show at the Spear?
Oh my God! Show Rocky Horror Picture Show on that, or
That'd
fucking like,
but yeah,
and have somebody and like people doing the like acts while they're outs while they're doing it.
See something at the Spear. Bro Plata live at the Spear.
I wish
they
we
should have the
made that
rodeo.
kind of money.
They should have the rodeo there. Have it smelling like horse shit.
The first thing they do is this multi-billion-dollar building. Let's bring the cows in.
Yeah, what do they call barrel racing? Just like the.
I'm sure the lights would scare the shit out of the horses.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. They get scared by their own like visage on the fucking screens.
Yeah. Plus, I think you picked the worst thing they could put in the Spear.
Well, no, I know that they do have PBR events in Vegas, so you know.
Yeah, but that would
PBR
scare the crap out of the horses.
Yeah,
well, like PBR events, if you're just talking PBR professional bull riding, then that would be kind of sweet to see in that environment because you just, like I said, there's so much visuals and shit they can do.
I think last year they had a PBR event in Wheeling, and my brother's friends tried to get a bunch of people to go, and like no one was really interested. I'm like, I guess I'd go. I don't know how much are tickets. I'm like, I mean, just say I went, I guess, but I don't know.
I would have been dumb enough. I would have been dumb enough if I still lived in Houston and like went to. I would have tried to get into rodeo as a fucking like kid. Because I was interested in it even as like a little kid, man. Like, I loved I wanted to be one of those guys that fucking rode the bull. Why not? Let's go.
Listen, your stand-up style is that of a bull rider. So
it's only good for 8 seconds.
See how long it can go before I fall off.
Yeah. Oh, 3.2. Oh, fuck.
Darn it.
Lost him before I could get him.
It's funny because it's true.
I did a show last night, man.
Yeah, I saw that picture of you getting hit in the balls. I don't know. What it looked like. Looked like you got
No, I wasn't. I was introing the guy that everybody came to see, and like you've been in this situation, and it's not fun at that point. Like it wasn't the fault of the comedians. It was absolutely the crowd last night.
They only cared about the person they came to see.
Yeah, they barely laughed at him. Like, what the fuck?
Like, I think wouldn't he like pull all of his favors and like everyone's pissed because they're there?
They look like it. We would get laughs, but it was kind of like nothing really where it was like high energy laughing. But like it just was a dead room. It felt dead the entire time we were up there. Like it was horrifying. No, like I said, I got laughs. But like you could tell that like the people that were there were only really there for the friend, and even then they weren't really on even his side because they were dead by the time the headliner went up.
Well, how long was the show before that? Was it long?
No, we all had like 10-minute sets. There was like let me count them. I actually have the notes still.
I don't know if he went up after an hour, more than an hour, then it's a problem.
Hold on. All right, we have 1, 2. The first two actually did like 5 minutes max. Like they had 10, but they only did 5. He did about 8. Milton Wiley, the producer of the show, he did like maybe 10, 15. And then the guy that came up, he did like 8 minutes. He didn't even do the full time. And then the headliner did his full 20. So.
Oh, so it wasn't that long at all, really?
No, it was like 2 hours maybe at that because we started at like 8:30.
Yeah.
So it was like an hour and a half.
Yeah, some people like who put shows on for the first time, I've seen them like make shows that are way too long, and don't do that. And I try to make about an hour and a half. And if it goes long, it's because the headliner's killing and it keeps going.
Yeah.
And I'm fine
You have to at that point. I mean, we're talking about if a guy's killing, you let him go for at least an extra minute or two over his fucking time before you really start to like
him.
And
the headliner. The only reason I feel like I ever have to, because I don't want people to be like, this show takes forever, even if it was especially when it's on a weekday. I don't want people to say that. And that's why even with like Blanchard's killing, he was on a Saturday, but still, eventually I had to light him eventually.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, but I'm like, I
and
can't.
Jeff's a pro. Once he sees it, he gets off. He understands.
Yeah, like right away.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad that I grew up. I did the comedy club as a door guy and a sound guy and like a guy that lights people before I started doing stand up, because I feel like I had a huge advantage over a lot of newbies who were just like, I'm going to do as much time as I want. I was rigid in like, I got to get just to that light. If I can get to the light, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I did my fucking time. I'm off. I'm not causing a scene in the show. I'm doing what I have to do to make this show go along smooth. Because that's an OCD thing with me that goes back to being a doorman at the fucking Improv. I hated. That's why I don't like Lunel to this day. Is because she ran the light by like 40 fucking minutes, dude.
Did you watch her special on Netflix?
No, out of principle.
Man, I've heard doesn't like Eddie Griffith do that too?
Eddie's been known to do that. He did it a lot at the Comedy Store, apparently, when I watched that documentary.
So that's one thing, but also like if you're on the road and you do it at clubs, like what are you doing, man? Like,
I know it's fucking frustrating, like because we're not getting overtime. We're part-time fucking people.
I don't want to watch any comedian for more than 90 minutes max, and that's even a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So, even 90 minutes of like Bill Burr would be like, dude, how long's he been up there? I know it's funny, but like I feel like I've been sitting here forever. Yeah, that's a long time.
When I saw him, he did like an hour and 10.
That's good. That's perfect.
Yeah.
70, good.
Yeah, 70 minutes is perfect for a stand-up show. Anything else, you're just like, I fucking...
Right, clubs, like, it's 40.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you're going to see Burr. I don't know anyone that went and saw him in Canton. That happened last week, I think. I don't think they were sold out. But that place is outside, and it was kind of cold, and it seats like 23,000, so it's a big ask.
So I got a computer.
It was great because I love Burr. Burr, absolutely one of my favorites.
That's actually a really good impression, man.
Like all these C- impressions from Ray.
I don't understand what's going on.
What is it about Boston? All these guys are from Boston. You ever notice that?
It's a rough place, man.
Boston at one point had this crazy. I don't know if it's still like. I don't think it is. I don't hear anything about Boston comedy now, but Boston comedy, like in the '90s, it was like it was a hub, but it was also its own planet. It was its own thing, and people came out with their own styles, and the people that went to shows liked a certain style, and they were hard audiences, and as people, everyone that came out of there just kind of had a certain toughness to them.
I mean, isn't Joe Rogan from there too?
Yeah, like Rogan, Bird, Lenny Clark.
Patrice O'Neal was from there, I believe.
Well, yeah, all those guys, they still, Rogan talk about, there's guys that like, I don't think they still do it, but there's guys that would only be Boston comics and they make a living just playing Boston. I don't know if that's possible anymore, but you said guys used to do that. They wouldn't tour, they just only would play Boston. I'm like, how's that possible? But because unless you're writing constantly, but that's I guess it's just kind of the way the crowds were in the '90s, especially, and before that too. That they were rough crowds, so they just kind of all had that style.
I mean, it can't be any worse than New York, I don't think.
Well, the thing is, New York's a lot of tourists.
Yeah.
So but Boston is like most more local Boston people. New York, the shows are filled with tourists. But
Louis C.K., is he from New York or?
I don't know. He's from Mexico, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what I heard originally.
Well, his dad's Mexican. I don't know where he's from originally. I think he started in New York, but I'm not sure. Or like not all the big comics, most of them went to New York or Chicago or LA, one of those three at some point. Not all of them, but most of them. But I think he was a New York guy at one point. If he isn't still, he still may be. I don't know if he lives there or not.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list. I want to travel there one day,
Where?
Boston.
I've been to Boston.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's neat. It's neat because it's like a big, small town. It's like if that makes sense. It's like a small town that's a city. If that makes sense at all. It's not like other cities. And everything's real compact and stuff. Like, I went to Fenway, and it's like right in the middle of everything. Like,
yeah, because that's like, as far as sports go, from the late 90s till really like a few years ago, every team that they've had has won.
Yeah, they've always.
Even though I think the hockey team, the Bruins, like every
those people would have burnt that city down a long time ago if they would have had a Cleveland-like streak.
Yeah.
But no, Boston's cool. I definitely want to go back to Boston. Boston's a nice place to visit. And Fenway was sweet. Going to Fenway was like watching baseball in a museum. It was great.
You actually went to a game there?
Yeah. I saw the Indians play them in like 2014.
Nice.
What is that wall called? That
Green Monster.
The Green Monster? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it all that it's cracked up to be?
It's pretty cool. I mean, because it looks like it's right on top of you because it's so big and you never seen a wall that, I mean, Cleveland has a 19-foot wall, but this is a 30-foot wall, and it's just like we were sitting on the first base side and it just looks like it's on top of you because it's just so close. I mean, it's 310 feet away and it's 30 feet high. It's just so wacky compared to anything else you've seen in the ballpark. But it's great. It's so cool. The one thing about Fenway though is it is so old. It's kind of uncomfortable. Like,
is it run down? Is it like?
Well, they do renovations constantly, right? But the main structure, like, there's rows. There's only one way in and out of the row. Like, that was our row. Was we had to so instead of like having the row on both ends, you can either go left or right. You had to go all the way down, and there was just a barrier here, and that was weird. And also, like, it took us every time you had to go to the bathroom, it took like 20 minutes because there's like you have to go down a corridor, and it's a whole it's a thing. It's not definitely not modernized.
Next stop, Narnia.
Yes, it's definitely not made for comfort like other parks are now. But going there was amazing because it's Fenway, and it was everything I hoped to be, and
Nice.
Well, that's the same thing I heard about Wrigley Field. I heard like
that too. I haven't been there yet. Yeah.
they need because every other stadium has been like revamped or
Right.
like all new stadiums.
Right. I mean, just let's see. Last year, the newest one I've been to. What happened? Great American Ballpark. Where it probably would have been the newest one, and in Cincinnati, and that thing's gorgeous. It's awesome, and it does not. There's bathrooms everywhere. It does not have the problems Fenway does, but it's so crazy. It's great about baseball. It's just like that park, Great American and Fenway. They're just two parks in the same league, and they're completely different in like every single way. And it's great though. Not just the dimensions on the field too. That's the craziest part about Fenway. No one would build a park with dimensions like Fenway on purpose, unless it was an homage. But somewhere there's a wiffle ball field that's Wrigley Field. That's pretty great. Somebody made that somewhere. But yeah, it's wacky, and the ball bounces different at Fenway than anywhere else. It's because of the dimensions. But
yeah, I didn't know that.
Great. What?
That it ball bounces different ways in Fenway.
Well, I mean, because of the fences and stuff. The way the ball can come up the Green Monster, and the way that and the other end, the pesky pole. They have I don't know how tall that like the pole is in front of the fence, and then it goes back and wraps around. It's fucking wacky. Like you can hit a 303-foot home run there if you wrap it around the pole.
What year was this that you went? Like who was playing at that time? Was this like the Big Papi era?
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, he was there. Dustin Pedroia. It was 2014. So.
Oh, okay. That was like Manny Ramirez. I
don't remember if Manny was there or not. Bogarts was there. He just came up. Yeah. Bogarts just got there.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, he hit a home run off the light tower. Yeah, they lost. Cleveland lost. It was funny. I remember the pitching matchup was John Lackey versus Justin Masterson, and neither of those teams made the playoffs. So Lackey and Masterson ended the year with St. Louis. They both did. So that was kind of funny.
Was John Lester there at this time?
I don't know. He may have been with the Cubs then.
What year?
14. He was definitely with the Cubs in 16. I don't know if he was. Was he with someone before the Cubs? Between the Red Sox and Cubs? Maybe not.
Was Johnny Damon on that squad?
No, I think he was gone by then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I saw him play for Cleveland one time, and like 2012 was like his end of his career because he played for Cleveland like his last year. Yeah, I can't remember who else, but yeah, Ortiz was definitely there. And I remember I'm going to get a Fenway Frank, and I hear people booing, and I'm like, why are they booing? Like they're walking Ortiz, or they're walking Poppy, and I said, well, I mean, it makes sense. He can't run. I said that, and they looked at me like, I'm like, sorry, that's not what I mean. He can't run though.
How would you review that hot dog? How was it?
Fine.
Fine.
Not any better than anything else.
Okay. What did you get at PNC?
I don't remember.
Did we go to Manny Sanguin's barbecue for food?
You did.
I absolutely did.
I didn't think I got anything fancy. I may not have eaten because we just ate.
Oh yeah.
No, I probably did eat though. You did get the barbecue because I remember you went out like all the way around to get it.
Well, yeah, because it's in fucking center. It's in goddamn center field for fuck's sake.
I don't think I remember. I don't know.
And that was, by the way, the first time I'd ever been there, and Mr. Sanguin was not signing autographs at his own barbecue stand. Yeah. Every Sunday game, he would come to the park and sign pictures of Manny Sanguin. I have like 7 or 8 of them, I think, in this house somewhere.
I have an autograph
by a World Series winner. It's awesome.
I have an autograph from some pirate. I don't know who it is or where it is. But what was I going to say? Oh. No, yeah. Oh, yeah. When I went to Camden Yards, I'm like, I have to have crab cakes. Like, it's no. Why would I have anything other? all I ate was crab cakes when I was in Baltimore. I ate crab cakes 3 different times. Like, why would I eat anything else?
You know what? I might postpone this trip because I really want to go whenever Comic-Con goes to Vegas.
That would be cool.
Expensive.
That would be cool. Yeah, and yeah, save your money, bro. Like I said, $2,000 is like minimum fun there. Like you can do a lot on $2,000, but if you want to do something like high end. I mean, I wanted to do the Avengers thing when when we were there, but it was way too fucking expensive.
Mom was about $2,000, and that is including a $400 flight ticket. So
yeah.
Well, did y'all gamble?
Yeah,
I'm including that too.
See, I just want to see the sights. Like
then you're good, man. Then you'll be a lot easier.
Yeah, it'll be a way cheaper experience for you than gambling.
I mean, you won't become back a millionaire, but I'm just
saying. Who knows?
Got to spend money to make money, Paul.
Yeah.
By the way, I need to admit this on air. I did this today. I put $20 in my DraftKings account. I have $5 left, and I bet all the underdogs in the last 3 fights. Walker, Usman, and Volkanovski. All plus money.
They could win. It was like a plus 1,300.
No. I'm winning like $600 off of this fucking thing.
I have faith. Like I didn't make a prediction video this week only because the cards switched up. You know,
we'll get to it. I don't have a drink. I'm gonna get one.
Okay, go get a drink. But I'm gonna read off my bet slip here.
I'm picking all those guys. I'm picking Walker for the upset. I'm picking Usman, and I'm picking Volk to become double champ, man. I'm doing it.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it more, but like when I saw the lines that I got them at, I'm like, dude, I have to put at least $10-15 on the line. When I saw 15 paid out 660, I'm like, I'm fucking in. Like, what the shit? Hold on, all right, I need to do that again. Hold on. I'm logging in. By the way, is it a sad thing that I don't remember my Google passwords, but I know my DraftKings password like it's the fucking a verse from the Bible? It's the only password I know off the top of my head. At all. Nothing. I've had to change Google like 17 times. I think I know my Facebook password, but like my DraftKings fucking thing, man. It's whew.
They don't autosave on your computer?
No, I like to just log in and then keep login kind of thing.
Okay.
So my bet is plus 4,308. And I got Walker at plus 295. Usman is at 260 and Volkanovski's at 210. That's what I got him at.
Any specific way that they win, or just going for the win?
I always just play straight up. I don't play. I don't do rounds. I don't do submission or knockout. I know those are nice prop bets to make. Just bet straight up. I'm like Maz. I like betting straight up.
Yeah, I'm saying.
And go from there. You guys are legal, right?
What do you mean?
Are you guys legal for the apps and all that stuff? In Texas?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say, I hope.
I've heard you said you're going with DraftKings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I use a site called Sports Betting AG. The only reason being is because I've heard that DraftKings and FanDuel have a history of not paying out.
They paid me.
Oh, okay.
I can legitimately say that DraftKings paid me out. I won off of Usman versus Kamaru 2 at the O2 in England, and Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje, I think, was like a -2 something, and like they were giving
last fight against Poirier.
Yeah. I wound up putting I think like $50 on that and won 400.
Oh man.
So yeah, it helped a lot. Like it was pay week. I needed that win big time, bro. Like big time, and it came through. But yeah, they paid me literally Monday. I requested pretty much all of it except for I think $50, and then I bet that $50 over like some like amount of time because I'll do that kind of shit too. I don't know if you do that. Where like you'll get some money, take like enough out, and then you'll be like, let's keep a little bit in the thing, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm just reacting. Altuve starts off the game with the leadoff double.
Oh, well, check his chest first of all.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Ray, verse from the Bible equals excellent password. That's funny. But yeah, man, like, and that was a fucking day, Pulse. That was a day. I was in like kind of a depression. I was at my friend Shauna's house. Yeah, I was at Shauna's house watching the pay-per-view because it was from England and it was early, and she was having like a girls' day or like a girls' night with her friends or whatever.
Right.
And like the pay-per-view was going a little longer than I expected. I expected it to kind of be short-ish. And
thank you.
Literally, I'm sitting there in a room full of women watching the pay-per-view with Usman and Edwards. And when they announced that Leon Edwards had won the title again, I shot my arms in the air and was like, "I'm fucking $400, baby!"
Hey, listen, a $400 win off a $50 bet. I'm sure whatever you were going through, that was a tremendous dopamine boost.
You have no idea,
you
Pulse.
You put 50 on Usman and Volk, dude. You're gonna win $500. So,
well. My parlay, Tim, with like the plus is plus 4308.
And it's Walker, Usman, and Volkanovski is 43. Really?
Yeah, according to DraftKings, I got Walker at 295, plus 295. Kamaru Usman at plus 260, and Volkanovski is actually the lowest one at plus 210.
That's not that far-fetched.
No,
430.
not at all. I like those odds. I really, for all three fighters, I love those odds, kid. Like those were good enough for me to put $15 on. Like I have $5. I'm probably going to get a bunch of, I'm going to randomly pick the entire card and see if I hit something. But this is the serious bet of the whole thing is this 3-leg parlay I got.
39.56, but still, it's still. Yeah, earlier today when I looked at Usman and Volk, it was up over plus 1,000, but it's a little less now. But
yeah,
$10 pays $405.
Yeah, 15 is going to pay out 661.23. That's what I'm looking at as a possible payout. So I'm excited. I think this is going to be, like, we already know it's going to be an explosive card. I think this is going to be better than we're expecting, and I hope it is.
I'm not going to see it really, but yeah, this is definitely one I'm disappointed I can't watch. Even if because I have so much going on that day, it doesn't even make sense for me to get it.
I can give you a password, but yeah, whatever.
Well, it just wouldn't make sense for me to. Get it because I won't be able to watch it.
Wherever you're at.
What? Well, here's the thing: when we're at the gun raffle, there's no service out there.
Never mind. I forgot about that this week.
It'll be over by then. It'll be over by then.
10 a.m.
What?
The show starts at like 10 a.m.
Yeah, I'm saying the fights will be over by then.
Mm-hmm.
But Ohio State plays at noon. They play Penn State, and honestly, that's more important to me. It is. So
I don't blame you. I'm just excited.
Really? Because one time you did blame me, and that was hilarious.
I know, because I'm an asshole.
I know. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, is he really making this
Yes, I am.
Those are my brothers trying to have a good time. That's the worst part. Is I was hanging out with my brother and some people, and he kept sending me these messages, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that one. The other one's like, okay, Ray, I'll be more cognizant of it, and that one I was just like, no, Ray, this is how it's gonna be. That one I couldn't even give you a win on that one
because I hate football that much.
It was baseball I was watching.
Was that the Indians?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was watching the Guardians instead of the fights live. Like it matters because we're
yeah,
not.
I think I was in my own feelings, and I kind of got
had
over
to be.
it.
That's why I just kind of
yeah.
That's why I just kind of let it go. You know.
Yeah, I think I was
also
just
know
in
if
my
I
feelings.
didn't answer, you would have been worse. So I know that's. Yeah.
Because I think also I had made a bunch of bets. I think that was Kamaru and Leon. I think that's the one.
Yeah, you know what? It might have been.
And yeah, I was sort of like depressed because I kept losing, like the dollar bets that I was making and shit.
No,
and then that 50 came in, and I'm like, all's forgiven.
No complaint you've ever made to me made less sense than that one.
That
one I couldn't even see it from your side. I'm like, no, this one's just dumb. This one's just because what does it matter as long as I watch them before the fights? Why does it matter if I watch them live or not?
True. No, yeah, like I said, I was probably in my feelings because I was all depressed from losing bets.
I could tell, and I'm a good fan because I don't stop talking to you when you do stuff like that.
And luckily, again, that 50 came in,
Yeah,
so I was all happy at that point.
You're calling me, and I wasn't answering. Do you have that video I sent you today?
Which one?
The Indians video. Can you pull that up on Facebook or not?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be shitty on my end. Remember that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. I want Pauls to see it.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Well, can you send it to Pauls on Facebook?
Oh yes, we have to share this. This was goddamn adorable what Tim sent me. So it's been
my favorite 6-7 years.
Dude, when I saw the timestamp, like the actual year and everything, I went, get the fuck out of here. It hasn't been that long. There's no fucking way in hell it's been that long, but it really has since the World Series or when the Indians went to the World Series. It's been 7 years. Or Guardians, whatever the fuck, sorry.
The Indians went to the World Series. You were right.
Okay, semantically, I'm right. That's nice. Pulse, I'm sending you something in Discord, and I want you to play this for us, and you can even come on and react to this because this is fun. You'll laugh your dick off when you watch it.
It's a few minutes long, though.
It is, but watching him is adorable.
Yeah,
it's around this time the ALCS and NLCSs are going on. And this is Pulse. If you just bring this up, the screen share, it's in the chat for Discord, your DMs. And yeah, Tim sent me this, and watching you, like, it to me, it looked like me reacting to the Penguins winning the Stanley Cup.
Like you reacting about anything, honestly.
The Penguins. Although when the Pirates went to or got through the wild card game,
you reacting when Conor McGregor showed up to the weigh-ins.
Hey, I had actually told Shauna like months before, like we're gonna go to the weigh-ins. What if Conor shows up? Like what? I kept saying, I had a feeling we were gonna get the great one to be on to be there, and in the words of Sam Kinison on the day the Challenger happened, I willed it! I willed it!
Where's Pulse? We need Pulse on here.
He's watching the Astros game.
Well, he needs to come on and watch this.
Turn the sound down, by the way. There we are.
It's not good unless he's on here watching it.
Yeah, Pulse, come on.
Me having a heart attack, or you having a heart attack thinking that? So I gave my mother the phone when there was 2 outs left.
I'm watching.
And get game 6 of the ALDS in 2016. I gave her the phone, And I'm like, just film.
I don't know. I don't think you're having a heart
Why aren't you excited, mother?
I am excited.
No, shit, got him. That's Cody Allen is a sexy man. Cody Allen is a sexy man.
I know.
That had a good playoff mustache going.
Yeah, you look better with a mustache there than now. I'm not gonna lie.
I look better, period, because I was less fat. Still fat, but less fat.
I was about to say, you're still sweaty, though. Like, you were super fucking sweaty in this video.
This was like 2:30. Well, that's because I was taking the damn Prozac. Stand play! Stand play! Carlos! You beautiful man! Holy shit! Last out. Mama, we going to the series!
It's grown men. This is what it sounds like when grown men cry.
Are you legit crying?
Yes.
Hey,
this is why you watch 150 plus games every single year.
No, I feel you though. This is
this. I'm almost crying now. We want the pennant. We want the pennant.
Hey, he just grabs.
Mom, we want the pennant.
Oh. Well, Mama Danko is now a character on the show, although she's always been a character on the show. I remember a bunch of you guys, and you can take this off.
Hold on.
Wait. Let him cry. Let big boy cry.
This is giving Ron Jeremy.
I've been watching Indians. This has been my favorite team, not just because they won this. They've been my favorite team for a long time. The way they play, the way they steal bases, the way they pick each other up. Easiest answer to how to win baseball games. You pick each other up. What did they do? What have they done? Bauer pitched half an inning because he got bit by a Skynet robot. No pitchers.
Oh, yeah, wasn't the drone thing?
Some kid who's pitched only twice ever. Ron Merritt, dude. Whatever happened to him? Great. Oh.
Let it out.
Awesome.
Tim needs a towel right
now. I'm going to catch my breath and then have another cry. Dog can do it. Oh, Braylon. Oh, I miss Braylon. I forgot Braylon was in this video.
Oh, my God. You had a dog named Braylon?
Yeah, his name's after Braylon Edwards.
Drunk all day.
Was he run over by a motorcycle?
No, but he's dead.
Oh, R.I.P. Braylon.
Oh. He knows why it sucks. Oh, I didn't know Braylon was in this video.
Didn't Braylon Edwards go to Michigan?
Yeah, I know. You're right.
Take this off, Paul.
It was a bit of a conflict.
I would have thought you might have had a dog named like Ted Ginn or something like that. Like
we did have a dog named Tovar after Steve Tovar, who was a linebacker at Ohio State. But yeah, Braylon and we had a dog named Bell with Belle after Albert Bell was the first one. And then
that's awesome.
Then Tovar, Braylon, and now the cats, Cookie and Beaver. But that got me going.
Oh, look at him remembering what it was like when his team wasn't terrible.
Actually, you know what? My teeth looks. I'm more jealous of my teeth than I am of my weight.
What year was that?
16.
So that's before the Cavs went to the finals?
No, actually, that was right after they won.
Yeah, that was like right after the Cavs won.
Now,
that would have been October.
Same way?
Happened in July. What?
Did you react the same way when they?
Not even close. I was happy, but not like that. I didn't cry. I was pumped, but I didn't cry. Not even close. No, man. Indians, now guards, they're my team, man. And the Browns, I'd have the same reaction if the Browns got to the Super Bowl. But the Cavs are definitely the number 3 team for me. I love them still. Like, honestly, I kind of been cooling on basketball altogether. No real reason. I like basketball. It's just, I don't know. I need to go to another game.
Yeah, I want to go to an NBA game soon. I probably grab some tickets on the cheap for the
Yeah.
Cavs.
I think
So-
Alan's thinking about getting one of those like quarter season plans for the Guardians, the weekend games.
Ooh.
Yeah, one's like it's like Fridays and Sundays, one's Saturdays and Sundays. I don't know which one he's going to get, but either way,
Give
we'll
me
have
the
a couple.
section and I
We'll
can
have a
see-
couple of the Pirates games.
Yeah, I'm going to those. That's going to be like
But I told him,
vacation
I will go
time.
to all of those. So
I'm taking 3 days off
it's a
in
weekend.
in August and September to go to those games. I'm absolutely going to all 3 games, and I'm going to be dressed to the nines in Pirates gear.
Yeah, you should.
I have pajama pants that I have to find that have Pirates stuff on them. I might wear that to like the Friday game.
But yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so it's
Yeah.
But he will either have tickets for the Friday and Sunday or Saturday and Sunday, depending on which package he gets. I don't know. It's weird. The Friday and Sunday is kind of weird to me, but if that Friday works better for him, and I'm sure there's some games he won't be able to go to, so I'll have a ticket because I will be going. So that's really because some games are more than one on a weekend. So, it'd be like 15 trips or something. But that's not bad.
Yeah, I'd be down to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably just sure there's going to be days that he won't be able to go, and I will go. So
I'll give him. I'll throw him some money for him. Meet you down there.
we'll figure it out because first he was talking about the Browns, and then I'm like, that'd be great,
the Indians or Guardians would be better.
but I'm like, especially because I have the quarter season plans. At first, I'm like, well, dude, season tickets are 81 games, man. You're not going to be able to make it to 81 games. I mean, not even I wouldn't be able to because I can't go up every day, But they have half season plans and they have these quarter plans on the weekends. So
Nice.
yeah,
I like it.
It's like 20 games on the weekend. So
But yeah, I'm going ham for that fucking Cleveland versus Pittsburgh thing. Like I will absolutely be getting shit faced every night at Progressive Field for those games because the celebration happens. My team comes to town. I can actually be an away fan for once. Do you know how happy I am for that?
it is fun to be an away fan. Fighting trash cans up 3-0.
Yes.
Fighting trash cans.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, listen. I have a serious question.
Hey, if the Browns beat the Seahawks, will you burn that hat?
What happened?
The Browns
beat the
Seahawks.
Seahawks. Will you burn that hat?
I mean, it
I don't
could
want you to burn your
y'all just beat the Niners, so it's not.
How about this? If the Browns beat the Seahawks, will you not wear it on the show anymore?
Hey,
do whatever you want.
You know what? I'm going to defend Pulse on this.
I feel bad now that he changed his hat.
We have a proud tradition of our producers wearing Seattle Seahawks hats on this show. Thomas used to, now Pulse.
Listen, it's a good logo. It is one of the better logos.
I know, a serious question in all seriousness. Is Indians gear considered like collector's items now?
Nah, I don't. There's so much of it out there. I don't think so, man.
I don't
You
think
know what
so.
I did realize this year though? I went to 5 games this year, I think.
Maybe like pennants from years that they were successful, like if they were autographed by the team, maybe. But like
just because they exist now. No,
just because it's out there. No.
But I was gonna say,
I mean, they're not
And
going to.
you should feel bad for making
funny
him
'cause
change his hat.
some people think their stuff is worth that, though. I see some stuff on like Facebook Marketplace. People were selling like Chief Wahoo bobbleheads for like $500. I'm like, dude, no one's gonna buy that. Dude. I have
But
one of
that's
those.
what I mean. It's like if you think about it, they're not going to make any more. It's all Guardians from here on out. Also,
Maybe in a decade or so they will be. I don't know, but not. There's just
well,
so much of it.
I know that old Oilers like merchandise is like going for a lot more money nowadays.
Give it 20 years, maybe. I did note this year a lot more Guardians gear in this. Like it was like half and half the first year. This year it's probably like 80-20. There's not a. I mean, people will wear like their jerseys because they had nice jerseys to wear their old Indians jerseys, but other than that, not a whole lot of Indians gear in the park this year. Okay, Tim, those fuckheads that put a half-eaten grilled cheese for $500 on Facebook think they're funny, but they aren't. What? Oh, like the Jesus and the grilled cheese thing?
Yeah. Um. Oh, okay. That just showed up. That was a delayed one.
So this one and the next one will be in Texas, right? Okay, he left, but I think that's probably true.
Oh, the next couple.
It's usually, I think baseball does 2-3-2. Yes, because NBA does like 2-2-1-1-1. Yeah. I will say this though. I
Oh,
do
and
think
congratulations to the Aces, by the way, for winning the
That's true. Apparently,
WNBA
that was a hell of a
championship
game.
back
man.
to back.
Apparently, that was a hell of a game. They won by 70-69. Nice.
Nice. There's definitely a lot of that going on in the locker room. Hey,
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
You made him change his hat, by the way. How dare you bully
I feel
him?
bad because I was.
You fucking...
How much do I give you shit? We give each other shit.
I know he'll
it wasn't
learn.
just me though. The whole chat was going after him too.
He'll learn.
It wasn't just
He'll
me.
learn.
Okay?
Fuck him. Don't
wasn't
listen to
just
the
me.
internet. That's what we. We have trolls on this
Learned
show.
that very early on.
Yeah. Funny though.
I do want to do this though. Wait. When is Sam coming on? Like what time?
He's coming on top of the show. He's gonna be driving while talking to us, so he'll have us as like on his dashboard thing.
Hopefully that goes safely.
Me too. I agree.
But I was thinking it'd be fun if we played Sam Alvey match game.
Well,
Explain this to you.
Yeah.
So
explain the game because I think
it'd
I'd like
basically
this.
be match game, like all kinds of things, like question, like fill in the blanks. Like the old school match game. Then also like what's your favorite color, something like that, or whatever. And then we will all before the show come up what we think Sam's answer will be to those questions.
Okay.
So we're playing against each other.
All right. You have the weekend to write these questions.
I do. And
I will ask you tomorrow if you have any written down.
And I probably will not have any.
Okay, then I will ask you Saturday while watching UFC 294 at my friend's house.
I mean, if we had time, I'd have us do it on the show, but we don't. So before the show, we all have to write down our answers. And you have to write them down.
Well, just send me in Pulse the questions.
I'm saying right now, you have to physically write them down so we can see them, so we know you're not cheating.
Yeah, but that's when you ask the question, when you write the questions.
I will send you the questions. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I'll come up with on Canva a thing. Sam Alvey match game. Dun, 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 dun.
What I was gonna be? What kind of car are you driving?
He's the third person, by the way, on our show that has called us while in their car.
Yeah, Pat did the first time, and so did Jessica, right? But like,
no, well, okay, fourth, actually.
John Gunther in his van.
Because I was about to say, our Lord and Savior John Gunther.
We need to have John back up. Dude, we need to play the same game with John. That'd be fucking fun too.
That would be.
I don't think any of us would get any right.
What's your favorite color? Blood. Well, okay. Yeah, we need to play Where in the World is John Gunther, I think too. Like I think he's
stateside.
But still, we have to guess exactly the state or country that he is in.
We wouldn't have got it last time.
It's just where in the world is John Gunther?
Was he in Bulgaria? Where was he? He was going to come on. He just forgot to set his alarm.
He was under like a bridge in some fucking Russian country.
Where he's like, I love John. Because he just was just like, yeah, I'm just going to go live in this country without, like, I don't know how many. He doesn't seem like he has a lot of plans. He just kind of like wings it.
He does it and he survives.
Oh, 2 joints. Yeah. It's been over 6 months since we played Who Dat, and I apologize for that because that's a problem. That's really more on my end, more than you think it'd be my brother's, because actually he has better internet now. It might be better than it was before. He might not have to do it in his bathroom. I just haven't asked him, and I think Tuesdays will be better for him. And we won't be able to go this Tuesday because we'll have Sam on at 7 because he usually has to be on early because he goes to bed. So not this Tuesday
We
either.
have
But
to.
I just had a new list, and today I edited the list, so I have a new list for the next game. But we gotta get him, and maybe next Thursday he can come on. I'll ask him.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna something important. Fuck.
Schedule somebody coming
Of
on the show.
who?
Somebody. Stafford. What's Stafford coming on?
I haven't messaged Tim yet.
Okay.
And I want to get Trukovich on here
Oh yeah.
because Trukovich was interested just because.
Didn't have to leave his house. Perfect.
Exactly.
That's why we do the show. You think we'd be at 240 episodes?
Pulse is being very encouraging, which I
Yes.
like.
Something about match game. I don't know.
No, not match game. Fuck! I can't
know what?
remember now.
I think I'm definitely gonna look up old match game episodes too. I'm gonna pick one of the wacky ones from back in the 70s.
I want to buy you a skinny mic like Gene Rayburn used to have on Match Game.
I could just make one out of a straw, like a fake one.
Can I be the Charles Nelson Riley? Oh.
Who else would you be?
I sent 3 men in a hot tub. Ha ha.
Yeah, I love Weird Al played the Charles Nelson Riley song when we saw him.
Who was the other?
That's the only one I remember.
Oh no, I'm thinking Hollywood Squares with Uncle Albert from Bewitched. What was that guy's name?
I don't know.
Richard something. No? Fuck, what was his name? He had a thing like this.
I sent my brother a reel that you sent me today.
What was the reel?
Are you talking about Bruce Valanche?
Not Bruce Valanche.
Dude, you see Tony just had Bruce Valanche on the show?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I'm like, dude, Bruce Valanche is a good guest. I have
Fuck yeah.
Bruce Valanche on. I don't know what I'd ask him about, but
hold on. I'm trying to fucking Paul Lind. Paul Lind was Hollywood Squares. Charles Nelson Riley was like the token gay on Match Game.
Pulse, what do you think about playing Match Game with Sam Alvey?
Oh yeah. I was already thinking of some questions to ask him.
Oh yeah, that too. But I think we can do that too. I think of 5 and see how many we can get. We're playing against each other. See if any of us can guess what he's gonna say.
I'm gonna go take a leak real quick.
But that'll be fun. Sam seems cool.
Sam is the man to me, man. That guy is he's so unassuming. He doesn't look like a guy that can whoop ass.
Can though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys are those are my favorite guys. Like Alex Morono. That's another one, dude. He looks like he doesn't a lot. See the guy in a bar, you're like, dude, this guy's not that big. I can fucking beat this guy's ass, but he knows what he's doing.
I like Joe Lozon. Remember him?
Yeah, Joe Lozon. Yeah, at least Joe Lozon was ripped. Morono's not even ripped.
Nah.
But yeah, those were my favorite guys. The guys with no tattoos and just they look like your neighbor. Yeah, those guys are great.
Yeah.
Chase Hooper. He looks like your neighbor's little brother.
Yeah, like certain guys, like Mike
girlfriend's
Perry,
little brother.
If you didn't know Mike Perry, you'd look at him, you're like, yeah, that guy looks like he can.
Looks like prison. This man looks like prison.
He looks like a guy who he doesn't look like he can't fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I don't see most guys in professional MMA look like fighters. Most of them. That's why the ones that don't are so great. I love the ones that don't. I think it's awesome. But yeah, not many of them don't. Those are the only ones I can think of. Or maybe Tim Elliott because he's so tiny, but like he's fighting this weekend too, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I love Tim Elliott. Poor guy. He's got his wife cheated on him with his best friend. That's some bullshit.
Oh, also Roy Nelson.
Oh yeah, Nelson's my favorite. I love Roy Nelson. Yeah, because I mean, when he was in his prime, everybody was on steroids. So he's like this fat dude fighting up all these juiced up monsters and beating them.
Yeah, knocking them out.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Some of my favorite knockouts ever are like Roy Nelson knockouts, and he's still fighting.
I saw it. Yeah,
he's gonna fight. Oh no, he's fighting Alan Belcher. And Gamebred, yeah. And the winner of that's gonna fight JDS. Yeah, Adam Belcher with the world's creepiest Johnny Cash tattoo. That looks like Kim Jong Il. What's going on with that guy?
It's crazy. Shit. He used to be a middleweight. Now he's like ballooned up, and he's like the champion over there in BKFC, I think.
Belcher, yeah. Tim Elliott is sponsoring the opponent of Nick Kroom, dude who banged his ex this weekend in BKFC. Is he really? Is he? That'd be sweet. Just like his face on his shorts. That'd be amazing.
You know what, man? The craziest thing about that is, according to the rumor, she cheated on him on their wedding night, bro. That's like that's like a movie. Like that's
I know. That's fuck. Why? Why do that to somebody? Why? Like,
who are you? Who is that question for? Her or for the guy that his supposed ex-best friend?
Well, but both.
Right.
But mostly it was her. Like, why would you? Why? Why even marry him? Why?
Right. I have to assume that they were drunk. And also, where was he?
Passed out, he assumed. It's fucking her sister. Like, I don't know.
That'd be funny. That would be funny.
I don't know, man. That's rough though, man. But like, yeah, that's something you hear about in a movie. That's rough.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like, geez, Louise, there's no such thing as loyalty no more.
That's a crazy one. Another crazy one. A guy I used to work for, his ex-wife cheated on him with one of her clients. She was a marriage counselor.
I thought you were about to say the pastor that married them.
Oh no. She's a marriage counselor, right? So she was counseling a married couple who were having problems, and she was sleeping with the dude. I'm like, wow, that's either the best marriage counselor or the worst, depending on how you look at it.
It's an evil world we live in, man. Like, there's no such thing as loyalty no more.
Apparently not. I mean, I'm trying to replace Ray, so that makes sense. Oh man, what else? Oh yeah, dude. Like, if you parlay Walker, Usman, and Volkanovski, it's like plus 4,000.
Yeah, no, I seen. That's crazy. You know what? That's so crazy. So, did we confirm that John Jones is number one pound for pound?
Yes.
Okay, because I was gonna say, how weird is that? Volkanovski is the pound for pound best fighter in the world, and he's the underdog in a fight. But okay, he's number two. But
well, he's underdog. A couple reasons. One, he lost to Makhachev last fight, and he's coming in on short notice. So
yeah,
I think it would be a closer line if it wasn't short notice. But I'm sure he's ready. Well,
if he had a full camp, you think it would be even money or what?
No, he'd still be an underdog. But
I know you don't feel he deserved the win, but it was a close fight.
He would still be the underdog by a little bit, I think. Why are you guys live every time I've been drinking? Well, I don't know, because why are we live every time I've been drinking? That happens too. Although I just started late today. I don't know. And what was the whole deal with, like, somebody thought all the doctors watching the live workouts thought that he popped his knee or something?
Yeah, I heard about that. Also, I didn't watch any of it, but apparently there was a press conference today.
Was there?
Yeah.
your knee can pop without it being a problem. Like, just the way anything cracks.
Well, there's been so much made about Usman's knees that it's like,
yeah, I get it, but I'm sure the line moved because of it. So, I don't know. That's another the thing is, I think Chimaev's going to beat him. I think he is. It's hard to short notice, and that guy in short notice is going to be rough. I don't want him to win. I want Usman to win. But
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either way. I feel it's 50-50. It wouldn't surprise me either way, but I know one thing. He's not going to go, especially at 85. He's not going to ragdoll Usman like he does all these other guys. Like he picked up, Li Jingliang and took him over to Dana, and like
you wouldn't think, but I don't know.
I think Usman's going to give him probably his biggest test to date. Did I bet on Usman because he's an underdog and he has a chance? Yes.
I don't.
Am I shaky on my pick? Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it will be as close as the Burns fight. I think the Burns will have given him a better fight than Usman would. That's my guess. And a lot of it's because it's such short notice.
Have y'all forgotten that Usman knocks people out now? Y'all forgot.
No, that was like 9 months ago, Paul.
I was about to say he got head kicked, knocked out into fucking Tomorrowland, and okay.
Yeah, even that, he was winning like.
That was ages ago.
Dominating.
That was
he was
years
dominating
ago.
Leon Edwards. Don't get me wrong, but he did get head kicked.
And then he lost the 5-round fight to him.
Yeah.
A guy that I really think he has a better skill set than, but it didn't work that way. So,
God.
Okay, but if he goes in there and he knocks out Chimaev, you won't be that surprised, will you?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I mean, if he was to wrestle fuck him, I wouldn't be surprised. If he was to wrestle fuck him, I wouldn't be surprised because it's Kamaru Usman, great wrestler.
It's more than that. He broke Colby Covington's jaw. Like y'all forgot.
That's Chimaev.
That's Colby Covington, though.
And it's at 185. Like this is a bigger weight class.
That's what I'm saying. He probably has more power up here. He doesn't have to cut weight. He's not drained. I feel like this works in his favor.
That's more weight to carry on those knees.
I mean,
didn't his shit pop with Justin Gaethje, or did they say that's not true?
I think that was fake news.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, like if I stand up, my knees make noises. Like it happens, whatever. But this doesn't mean I'm pulling pop something. No, I don't think I really want him to win. I may even bet on him to win. So I think he has a shot.
About to say,
but
I
think Chimaev is going to beat him.
I think Usman has the best at 185 because, like Paul said, he really isn't cutting any weight, and who knows how that's going to be on the knees.
Neither is Chimaev. I mean, looks how big is he at 185? He's pretty big at 185.
I'm aware, but when you have a high-level wrestler like that, dude, like
Chimaev dodged the bullet. I called it back a few months ago. I thought Costa was going to knock him out.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I didn't give Costa a shot in hell to beat him.
I mean, if he got dropped by Burns, if Costa hit him with the same punch, how does he stay awake?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't think Costa's
people
that
forget
good.
Costa. I know he's turned into people are hating on him now because he's not fighting. But
this is Paulo Costas, by the way. I got this on eBay.
You spend money on dumb shit.
He dropped Yoel Romero, and everybody else that fights Yoel says that he feels like concrete.
Yoel Romero was 272 years old when he fought him.
And probably Cuban roided to the gills. Like, that's the thing. Like
that means he's not real.
He still dropped him. That's what I'm saying.
He dropped fiction.
I think honestly, Usman though does have a shot. That's why I bet against it or bet in his favor.
If this happened a year ago, I'd feel a lot differently.
Because honestly, also too, I'm not gonna lie. I want to see the fight that one of the fights I don't remember again. That's why I want Usman to win this fight. Is I want to see Strickland versus Usman 2 at 185 instead of I think they were at 170 when they met. But yeah,
I also hope he wins, but I'm not. I don't think he will. That doesn't mean I won't put money on the parlay because it's a big parlay and there's a shot. He has a shot. Obviously, I think he has a shot if I'm going to put money on the parlay.
If he
definitely
does
has a shot. But
if
I'm
he
picking
does this,
Shmurda.
rematches Strickland, beats him again, and becomes a double champ of sorts, not simultaneous, but a double champ.
Are you talking Usman beating Strickland?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's done it before.
Yeah. No, I was there. I don't remember it, but I was there.
Well, so I'm saying, like, well, if he does this, to me, that pretty much washes away anything that Leon Edwards did to him. Like,
That's a lot of ifs.
Yeah.
A lot of
I
ifs,
agree on
Pulse.
Tim with that.
A lot of ifs.
Well, he's
We'll
fighting.
talk about that in the future if it happens. That's a lot of ifs.
I mean, he has beaten Strickland before.
And yes, it was a different weight class too. It's a whole different thing. And it's a lot of ifs.
And
no,
if also
you
he beats
also
Izzy.
can't take anybody's wins away from them. Edwards beat his ass twice. He beat him twice. You can't take that away from him.
Well, if he does become champ at 85, do you think, and say Edwards is still champ, do you think that they have?
Are we having the legacy conversation? Or are we going to be one of those shows?
No. How about a
What is
just
the dude
looking down
with
the line,
legacy?
How about a champ versus champ fight?
That'd be fun. Sure.
That would be dope. Hold on. Wait. We need to. Something was just caught on video that I never thought was possible 2 seconds ago, and we didn't talk about it. Tim, did you just put your leg on top of your other leg?
Dude, well, until like 6 months ago, I could put my leg over my head. I can't really anymore. Dude, I've always been able to do that.
I was shocked by what I just watched while Pulse was talking. I'm like, is he that flexible? I didn't know.
I told you until recently I could put it over my head. When we started this show, I could.
Thank you, Pulse. You get what I'm saying. Like, holy shit, he actually did fucking casual male position.
Why do you think we call this show Bro Plata? Because Go Plata was my move, dude.
That
was the best thing I was best at. And if we ever watch my video, you will see me escape mount by throwing my leg over his head and pushing my leg into his chest, pushing him off like that.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. You don't see anybody doing that. He's sitting on my chest, and I throw my leg in front of his chest and push him off.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Pulse, though. We just witnessed a human, like, in my opinion, a Ripley's Believe It or Not moment. So that's why. Oh, my God. Look at how flexible. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. My gut was in the way. I'd be more flexible.
You know what? Have you guys ever heard of this guy, Dom Lewis?
I don't know. Maybe. No.
Maybe.
He does. Actually, can I bring up a video of him?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Is this going to be a contortionist?
No. He's a guy that does backflips and such. But if you ever see him, you wouldn't think a guy who's shaped like him can do these things. 1 second.
Dude, who's that? I mean, there's a comedian that is like a big guy, but he used to be a cheerleader. Who is man? What is his name? Oh shoot. Not Chappelle. What is his name?
Sorry.
Something. I forget his name.
Shanana?
Yes, Shanana does backflips.
I'd see Bowser doing backflips.
Sure. Dude, guess what band's coming down the street from me at the Pack next month?
Trapped.
No. No, but it'd probably be a perfect place for him.
You remember when Izzy walked out to them?
Trap? Walked out to the Headstrong?
Yeah.
Did you see the reel that the lead singer of Trap put out on their new Facebook page? Because somebody trolled them by hacking their Facebook page and renaming it Happy Shopping.
No, I don't. You talk about some one-hit wonders, though.
No, they had plenty of hits.
They had a couple hits, yeah.
In the rock world, they did. I think the only one that really crossed over was Headstrong.
What was it? Close my eyes.
Echo.
Yeah, Echo. Echo was a transcendent song. Like it was on pop radio as well.
Who's going home with you tonight? That was one.
I'm not.
I saw them live and I left in the middle of it. I had to work the next day. I went to see Red and Hailstorm. That's how long ago it was. Hailstorm was opening for him.
All right, what do we have here? Is that a cryo chamber?
Yeah, this is the guy, but
This guy getting boiled. You just show me a dude getting boiled.
no.
I feel like
They're
I'm back
throwing
home.
carrots in like a Bugs Bunny
He
cartoon.
kind of look. He kind of
Bun
resembles.
this dude. All right, what?
He kind of resembles Daniel Cormier. a little bit.
I was a boy.
No. He's got more of a Cyril Gahn face. I would say Cyril Gahn. That hops. All right. Ooh.
All right, you got it. Mind over matter.
Are they gonna show some of his work?
What are we watching?
Okay.
Oh, what was that? Go back. I want to see that. Go back a little.
Look at this place.
Go back a little bit more. Yep, right here. Yep. Nice. Good control.
Oh, there it goes. Y'all see that?
Yeah, those people scare me. And by those, I mean acrobatic. I want to make it clear. Acrobatic is what I mean.
He doesn't look like a guy who should be in the movie.
Oh! 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 No hand! No hand! God damn! I'll remove the audio for this if we get struck. This needs to be shown. Aha, you fell.
He doesn't look like that out of shape. That's not very surprising. I mean,
I mean, see, her doing that is not surprising, but this guy, well, not this guy, but John Lewis.
his head's huge.
Whoa.
Giant noggin.
Yeah, I'm surprised his like hair touched
back
the
down,
grass
bro.
at that point. I like it. Yeah, let's go a little bit deeper.
I don't have one yet because
Okay. But no, that I'm just saying, bro is 39 years old out here doing somersaults and shit. That
Yeah, that's
inspires
nuts.
me.
Tyler Glasgow for the Rays can backflip, and he's like 6'8".
Wow.
It's
Yes,
cra- like
this
that's
guy here is like 5'6".
yeah, but that's like the size of people that backflip. 6'8" isn't.
Yeah, but he's not shredded though. He's like a regular
No?
dude. He drinks beer.
Nah,
I don't know, man.
you work on that shit, dude. Like, if you do enough
I can make a
plyometrics, you'll be able to
backflip.
do
You
it.
can
probably.
tell he was probably an elite athlete in high school, but like that was a little while ago, and he's still out here. Did you see the ones where he was doing multiple backflips and switching arms?
Yeah. No, yeah, that was impressive as fuck. Like,
Now I want to look up fattest gymnasts.
Pulse, look up the fattest gymnast on YouTube. Let's see what we get. See what hit we get. First video, fattest gymnast. I want to see this fucking animal that fucking comes.
I want to
up.
see the Jared Lorenzen of acrobatics.
No, the what's his name? Oh God, what's the fucking the dude that does the front flips in the?
Oh yeah,
you have-
Barnett, Chris Barnett.
Yeah, Chris Barnett. We want the Chris Barnett of gymnasts. That's what I want. That's insane, dude. I've never done a backflip successfully a day in my life. So
I have, but only on a trampoline.
even on a trampoline, I land on my fucking head. Like I'm not built. I'm too dense to fucking do anything.
Ray, we need to find a foam pit somewhere.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Flips into a foam pit. I feel like I sinked all the way to the bottom. They won't be able to get me out.
Oh God. Yeah, he's a bit of a chubster. Oh.
Back
Wow. Dude.
Nice. Wow. Bert Kreischer backflip.
Yeah, he does. He looks like Kreischer if he did parkour. Oh my God.
This was worth it.
Yeah. Actually. Wow.
So, Paul, I see you that guy and Ray's you this guy.
Bro, this is life affirming. Like this is motivation.
For what? To learn parkour?
Yeah, fat guy parkour. You know his knees are shot.
Chub core. I like chub core. That's what we'll call this. Chub core. Yeah, he's impressive. Wow. The body control is fucking
It's
amazing.
a little bit like Alex Jones.
You see, I'm doing front rolls here. And it's how I keep the New World Order at bay. Wow. God damn. Not all heroes wear capes, I guess.
Man,
Fuck,
if only he had a cigarette in his mouth when he was
man.
doing this.
He looks like if Kyle Gass from Tenacious D knew parkour.
There you
Do
go.
Yeah, he's got both of our bodies, Tim.
At the same time. That's
Yeah, he does.
impressive. Man, that's my new favorite guy. Also, I love his shorts. They go all the way down to the ankles.
Sebastian Sharon.
Sharon, yeah, he's French, I think. This is like whenever you see
That looks
Joey
like a French
Coco
body.
Diaz trying to do moves.
Yeah.
This is what he thinks he looks like in his head.
I'm Joey Karate, motherfuckers. That's what I do.
Yes, sir.
I do backflips, bitch. Yeah, I want to get him on this podcast as for International Fat Guy Day. Like, I think,
Yeah, do a tutorial.
fuck yeah, oof, tutorial. We'd kill ourselves on that fucking live stream.
I was gonna say, how much bear do you think he takes though? Because you know his knees. They gotta be.
I don't know. Guys like that, he probably has the Mickey Mantle gene, dude. Like, he probably can, do
I
anything.
don't, man. I think bro has to get, after a while doing it, just carrying that much weight, you got to get like stem cell or some shit like that.
I don't know, man. That guy looks like one of those guys, just like a freak of nature. You think he can't do something, but he can. Kind of like Kreischer when he ran a mile with no training, like that. It's like one of those guys.
I mean, I'm impressed when I watch the Olympics and I see like little Asian girls do it. But to see a 40-year-old guy who clearly his diet is beer and bratwurst, to be able to go out to a park and just jump on shit like that, that's impressive.
That's a different kind of. He has some weird body structure that, like, to me, and I've felt Tim's a pretty solid guy. I'm a solid guy, but like, I am as like what's the word? Center of gravity is so low with me that there's no fucking way I can ever do the shit that guy was doing. No fucking way.
I don't even have the natural athleticism to do it when I was in shape.
Start doing DDP yoga. Listen, no, for real. DDP has guys that are on the brink of paralyzation.
Yeah.
Coming back doing jogging and shit, doing jumping jacks.
No, I love
I
love DDP. Yoga.
If I lost
I've done
100
it.
pounds on DDP, I'd probably become personal friends with Diamond Dallas Page. So
Paul
Can-
Smith,
can-
email
if you finish
Diamond
over-
Dallas Page for us.
Can you just
No,
call him up?
okay, I'm on it, and also I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm working on. Got him. Other player. I'm working on Mark Curry, man, so we can hang with Mr. Cooper.
Dude, if we had Mark Curry on this show, that would be the greatest day ever. What are you talking about?
Yes.
I'll have Mr. Cooper on.
He's
Fuck
not going to
yeah.
come on.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, man.
I don't know if he's a fan of combat sports, but you guys are comedians, which is what he does by trade. So
I would love to talk to Mark Curry about doing stand-up, especially the time that he did it when it was so accessible, but also
that was a different
so
boom.
hard to do. Like,
Yeah, because
the 90s was a different boom. I mean, it was a
yeah,
big boom, but it was
because
different than
especially
this boom.
the Def Comedy Jam, like we were talking about earlier about the Boston scene. But which do you think? Because I don't really look at Def Comedy Jam as being that cutthroat. It's like you either had talent or you didn't.
well, I think Evening at the Apollo for comics was worse than Def Jam. Def Jam, they would fuck with you and they would yell at you and all that shit.
Best Def Jam comic, Rich Voss.
Yes, which I want to get him on the show.
He was on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the first white comic on BET or Def Jam. I was the first white guy. That was one of his things that he held on to in the 2000s.
Really?
With,
Well,
yeah.
because no. Only reason I asked is because the guy, what's his name? His last name is Park. He was the Asian guy on The Living Color.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Steve Park, maybe.
I can't look it up right now because I'm.
Wasn't Steve Park a NASCAR driver?
I just know his last name is Park, but I didn't know he was a comedian. But then somebody told me, yeah, he was on Def Comedy Jam back in the day, and like,
Nice.
yeah, it's crazy. You go back and watch my favorite part was Martin Lawrence was the host, and you see how he branched off from what his career became, and then you go back and watch.
Jamie Foxx hosted Def Jam, yeah.
He may have later. I know Martin.
Yeah, I think later on he hosted. Like that used to be a platform for like guys who hosted that show to become fucking megastars.
Well, I know one thing. I know Aries Spears was on there at 16, and the jokes that he was telling at 16 years old is like far advanced for somebody who you makes you kind of wonder how did he grow up? Like the shit that he was talking about. He had a stage presence already. Also, Chris Tucker was on there at like 17.
Yeah, I could see that.
And just loud as ever. And
Aries, have I ever told you the Aries Spears story I have?
No, you met him?
Yeah, when I worked as a doorman at the Cleveland Improv, I worked with him twice.
Oh, okay.
Two different eras of Aries. You have pre-divorce and post-divorce Aries. And pre-divorce Aries, and he'll probably tell you he was a fucking asshole. Like he was a fucking dick. But I will say this: the Aries loved me after this moment. So the rule was you weren't supposed to. I'll finish the story and then I'll get to you, Tim. It's a short story.
All right.
Rule was you weren't supposed to walk in front of Aries. I did a couple times because I just whatever. And all of a sudden I hear, "Will you sit the fuck down?" And it was like that Bugs Bunny moment where you're like, ever wonder if you're being watched? And Aries is just staring daggers right at me. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm looking at you, motherfucker. What are you going to do? You're security. What if all these motherfuckers walk up in here? Are you just going to be like, oh, please sit down, everybody. Please sit down." And then the best line was, "You look like Harry Potter said fuck it and gave up." And he had a second show on Sunday, and the crowd was kind of dead, and he goes, "Look at this dude, man. He looks like Harry Potter said fuck it and gave up." And I walked in front of everybody so they could see me in like the light and stuff. Crowd erupted. Went to him after the show, and he was like, "My man, what's going on? How you doing, man? Let me buy." Or he handed me $20 as like a tip. Like Aries has never been anything but good to me, except for that moment in time that we had together.
Yeah, to me, I've always found him to be really, really funny. It's just I feel like over the years, his act it's stagnated. It's like everything about him, from his jokes to his style of dress, it's all stuck in the 1990s. You know, like right around the
It was
time.
a good time.
Right around the time he was on Jerry Maguire. You remember that?
Kinda.
He played Rod Tidwell's brother.
All right.
Junior's character.
So I looked it up, Pulse, and you were right that the Asian guy from Living Color was named Steve Park. Also, there's a NASCAR driver named Steve Park. We were both right.
Boom.
You share that?
Yeah, I remember Steve Park from In Living Color.
Yeah,
remember number one Pennzoil car, Steve Park?
He actually married the girl that we were talking about, Britney Spears earlier. The girl that used to spoof her. She had a song on Mad TV called "Lick My Baby Back Behind." It was a spoof of "Hit Me Baby One More Time."
Back behind. I get it.
Okay, I like it. I remember I shocked. Who is it? Not Marlon. Who's the other one?
Damon
and Pulse, who's the third Wayans brother?
Keenan? No, Keenan Ivory. Right? No,
Yeah, Keenan Ivory or Keenan
Yeah.
Ivory Wayans.
yeah.
Marlon, Damon, Sean, Keenan.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Keenan.
forget there's 75 of them.
when I met Keenan and
They all do stand up.
well, who
Not
the it's Keenan and Sean that do it together,
Okay. Well, Damon,
or Marlon? Is it Marlon Wayans? Who is in GI Joe: Rise of Cobra?
Marlon.
Okay,
think.
so it was Keenan and Marlon. They were
Who
doing
was in
like a
6 Man?
yes.
I think. Yeah.
But I remember Keenan when I told him when I told Keenan and Marlon that I love them and then Living Color, and I was like 20 or I was like 23 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Keenan looked at me and was like, "How old are you?" I'm like 23, and I'm like, my parents loved In Living Color, so we all watched it as a family. I need to post that picture on our Instagram of me with the Wayans brothers at like 22, 23 years old.
I really wish you had a picture of you and all the Wayans brothers.
that would be amazing.
You in the
Marlon,
middle.
Marlon kept asking me if I was all right, and I just kept looking at Marlon like, "Oh my god, I've seen you in so many fucking movies."
You do get like that.
It was bad because I love Marlon Wayans. Like, I love him as an actor, and for him to say that GI Joe: Rise of Cobra sucked warmed my heart.
Everybody
a little
knew
bit.
it. Everybody knew it.
I know. Trust me. Trust me. Even Marlon said I fucking hated making that movie. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. He said it before me. I complimented
I think
him.
I'm more of a Damon guy myself. So
Damon's great.
what was he? One of the most underrated sports movies, Celtic Pride.
Damon was Blank Man, right?
Yes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Yeah,
That's what
he
I'm saying.
was-
Blank Man's great.
Yeah, Celtic Pride, Bulletproof.
Bulletproof.
It's a Sandler movie people forget about. Bulletproof's good.
The Last Boy Scout.
The Last Boy Scout.
Oh, Major Payne.
Major Payne.
Major Payne's insane. Wacky ass movie. That's all right. Everybody vote yes on issue 2 so I can get some gummies and watch my Major Payne.
That would be amazing. I would do it with you.
The Great White Hype.
Great White Hype.
Great White Hype. That's another one. Dude, Pete Berg, dude, playing Great White Hype.
So good.
Great White Hype is a great movie. And that was my thought when they did McGregor Mayweather. I'm like, didn't they already make this movie? I actually put that on Facebook, I believe. Put the poster up.
Pulse, what's the score right now?
3-2.
3-2. What inning?
2 outs in top of the third.
Wow, scoring runs.
Also, outside of the Rocky anthology, The Great White Hype, along with Digstown,
Sounds good.
and what else? Probably my favorite boxing movie.
Cinderella Man. I was watching that again.
No, we were
Cinderella
just
Man.
talking about the other day. Snake Eyes.
Oh, Snake Eyes.
I don't think I've ever seen Snake Eyes.
I watched Lord of War today.
Bro, okay, quickly. Tim, you did you?
Yeah.
You should watch it, Tim. It's free on YouTube right now.
What?
Snake Eyes.
Oh,
Is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
okay. I watched Lord of War today, and dude, what more did his wife want from him, man? Like, fucking narked the dude out. He gave you everything, and you knew he was doing shady shit. You knew it. You knew it the whole time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Now,
I'm on his side.
I tend to agree with everything you just said, Tim. Like, he gave you the world, and it's not like he was disloyal. He just had a dangerous ass job where you didn't know where he might come home. But it's not like he was out there being
You
disloyal.
never asked questions. You knew he was doing shady shit.
Right.
You fucking knew.
I mean, you were what you
He
would
had a
think.
diamond as big as my fist.
Right. And you would think all she would want is like a provider, and he's doing that. He's doing the hell out of that.
Yeah, but We
No,
all know women that'll just take advantage of a situation because they know they can take advantage of a situation.
Dude,
Like
listen,
powerful women like that, where you
What
are
are you gonna-
married to
what-
an arms dealer.
Right, but what is your ultimate plan? Are you gonna divorce him and take half of his guns? Or like, what are you?
I know. She left him. Like, I want to see like the next scene where she's broke,
Right.
with the kid. Yeah, I don't know. Oh shoot, what else was I gonna say? Fuck, something about that. Damn it, no, I'm pissed.
Lord of
Well,
War.
who's worse of a
No,
bitch?
but-
Who? I got a question. Who's worse of a bitch in film?
Oh, what I was gonna say is, he's cheating on her. Get mad about that, not about what he's doing. That she didn't know about that, but she found out about that. That'd be different.
Wait, he was?
Yeah.
You talking about the Ghanaian girl?
No, there was like everywhere he was having sex with somebody.
Yes, but she didn't know about it. But
She didn't know about it. She never knew about that.
Okay, but this is my question. Who played the worst bitch? I'm assuming y'all seen the television show Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
Nah, no, actually, I've seen
I haven't seen all of that
episodes, but
shit.
I've never seen the full
No,
story.
I just stopped
But I know
watching
of
it
the
because of-
wife. Yeah.
Because of the wife. I had to stop watching it because I couldn't watch it anymore because I hated her so much.
Okay, so who's worse? The
Her.
wife from Breaking Bad
Yes.
or the mother from Blow?
The mother from Blow.
The from Blow's nuts, but I couldn't finish watching Blow. That woman, what was her name? Skylar, the character's name Skylar. I hated that character so much I couldn't watch it anymore.
The mom from Blow is bad because she broke the tenet of family, which is you shut your fucking mouth if shit's going on. Even Louis Anderson's mother. Louis Anderson's mother was the mother of a safe cracker. And she distracted the FBI to let her son fucking go free. All right?
Well, I mean,
That bitch fucking called the cops on her own son. That's fucked up. I'm sorry. Like, if my mom called the cops on me ever for like drug dealing, if it was low level, she would be erased from every piece of my life.
Dude, do you hate the Unabomber's brother too?
No, I don't blame. No, but when it comes to, it's just you could tell that woman didn't like her son. You know what I'm saying? You could tell she was one of those women that was like, I have to be moral all the fucking time.
It wasn't. It's for his own good. He'll get clean this way. It was fuck him.
Yeah. That's where it bothers me more than like a mom who's just like, I've tried everything and all this shit. Like, go fuck this. He was making money. Shut your fucking mouth.
Bro, let me just cook 1 second on
No,
the
go
topic.
ahead. No.
I understand no parent would want their child to grow up and be a drug dealer. But at least he's a kingpin. It's not like he's out there selling
He's the
mixed
drug dealer.
wines.
Yeah, he's the guy.
You want your kid to be the best at whatever he does. He was that. If you were getting cocaine anywhere on the Eastern Seaboard, you were getting it from Boston George. That's something to be proud of. And my thing is, for you to you called the fucking feds on him.
Yeah.
Is she not aware of what happened?
I had no choice, George. Yes, you fucking did, bitch.
Yes,
Like, what the fuck?
Does she not realize what goes down to what happens to people who look like him in prison?
He was a pretty boy. He really was a pretty boy.
Bro, I bet they had to put extra cells on his cell block, man. Like, seriously though. And then the mother from or the wife on Breaking Bad, that the part that triggers me so much about that is because Walter White survived cancer. So he's selling a little bit of crystals. He earned the right. He got y'all out of poverty. He was a PE teacher.
Yeah.
Now y'all are rich. Y'all are the richest family in wherever they are, Phoenix or whatever.
Albuquerque.
Oh, Albuquerque. So it's like I just don't understand what the problem is. Like he survived. He had stage 4, so he wants to sell drugs. He's earned it.
More of the story is Pro Plata says, "Don't be a narc."
Yes. Yeah. That's a rule, and we're gonna make that our number 1 rule in Bro Plata, which is no narking. That's snitches get stitches in Bro Plotta Land. That's how it
Yeah, but
goes.
out of all double turns in movies, like have you guys seen New Jack City?
It's been a long time.
Okay,
I don't think so.
never mind. You might not get the reference, but
Yeah, I'll watch it and then you can make the reference. I'll be fine with that. I know it'll probably pass, but yeah, I'll watch New Jack City again.
okay. No, if you get some time today, shit.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna pass out probably after this show because I'll be drunk as shit. I'm already probably 9 deep in a 12-pack.
I want someone to do a Digstown bet for real.
A what?
I want someone to do what they did in Digstown. What the guy tried to fight.
Let Jake Paul be that guy and have to fight 10 different fighters.
That would be fun. I'd pay for that pay-per-view.
I would too. Like a $600 all-day pay-per-view.
Yes.
Take my money. That'd be great. Just people coming off the street fight Jake Paul.
Shit, I'd show up.
That'd be great.
Why not?
He goes to one random town somewhere.
Yeah, but like you got to make it
anyone
to
in this
where
town can fight me.
you have to make it to where his opposition gets increasingly stronger. Like start him off with another Disney kid. Start him off with Zac Efron.
I like Efron beat his ass.
You think?
He doesn't know how to fight. Now he doesn't know how to fight.
Yeah, I was about to say, does Zac Efron do boxing training? Like,
He's taking Dana White's cardio kickboxing class.
he's doing DDP yoga. Which, Tim, if anybody wants to pay for a year of Tim Danko doing DDP yoga, there is a PayPal link down below in the description.
I'm only doing it if we get Diamond Dallas Page on the show to talk me through it. That's
my Pulse.
Okay,
You and I both will bombard. You and I both. I'll share the email with you, and we'll bombard it, saying, "Hey, we want to have DDP on." One, because I want to interview DDP. I want to be able to talk to DDP and talk about one All Out or All In 2000 and what was that 18 where. Cody won the NWA championship. How was that? I want to know all that shit. But to get Tim to be able to pay, and again, down below, we run off your donations and we appreciate everybody. The last couple of years, we've been able to pay for our streaming services because of donations from you guys. So to keep us going.
Well, it's dried though. I will say that. Love you guys, but we haven't had a dono in months.
No, yeah, it happens.
Also, I would like to try to get Rob Van Dam on here.
Yes.
How about Rob Van Winkle?
Vanilla Ice is always welcome on this show.
How about Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yes.
No, but
You
you know
need
what?
a little smaller though.
Speaking of Rob Van Dam,
yes.
Have y'all guys seen how big of potheads that Justin Gaethje and Conor McGregor are now?
Did you see the video of Conor on? And it doesn't surprise me. Like Conor to me seems like the kind of guy I could smoke a bowl with and have.
Most of the
time.
people I know who fight smoke weed. Most of them.
But did you see the Conor thing that the MMA holes posted of him on his yacht passing a test? And he's like, gonna give caviar on my balls. Caviar on my balls. I love Conor McGregor as a personality. Like, he is what fighting needs in general. He is such a fucking badass.
He's had his time, man.
Well, my thing is like, it pretty much just proves it. Like once you get that weed in you, weed has that fuck it in you to where it's like, oh, fuck it, I don't even want to fight no more. So that pretty much solidifies it. He's not.
Maybe I should stay away from the gummies then, man. I already have that, bro.
Well, I mean, it depends on also the person. Like me, when I smoke weed, there's two things that happens depending on my mood. Also, I'll play a lot of video games and make content out of that. But like, weed is a thing that allows me to be social.
It's the opposite for me.
What?
Alcohol, but not weed.
Yeah, well, alcohol obviously, but weed, even like by itself,
Well,
go ahead, Pulse.
since Tim doesn't, what I'm hearing is you don't like to smoke, but you don't mind ingesting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they make cannabis infused syrup. You ever thought about pulling up?
Oh my god, if he did edible weed, that'd be awesome.
If I well, if they pass this this bill here sometime next year, I'll be able to go to the dispensary. I will as soon as it's legal. I'll go and see what they got. Well, yeah, any of that syrup, any of that stuff, honey.
Yeah, they used to make a product called Activist, but now they have this THC syrup called Active Bliss.
Ooh.
I know they make honey and stuff. They do all kinds of stuff. Oh, everything.
They got weed lean now too. Have you ever partaken?
In lean? No, I've never had lean a day in my life, but I've always kind of like admired people who want to do that fucking level of drug.
I'm proud to say I've kicked the habit. I won't.
Wait, you used to do lean, kid?
Bro,
I don't even know what that is.
It's cough medicine and syrup in a fucking styrofoam cup, yeah?
I'm from the south side of Houston, Texas.
I get it. You're from the South, and that was a huge thing in Atlanta and all that shit, and Houston hip-hop as well. Love they lean, but, like, you used to do lean straight up?
Bro, and actually, I guess I could share this with you guys. We're
yeah,
friends.
fucking, it's your story. Fuck yeah.
I was so deep into it where I had to go to rehab for prescription strength cough syrup because
damn, son,
it had gotten to the point where I was starting to spend like literally $1,000 every 7 days on it, man.
Sweet Jesus, Pulse. Good that you kicked it.
Yeah, me too.
Good that you fucking kicked that, kid. Like that.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
For a number of years, I felt like Ray Charles in that movie.
Georgia. I wish I was in Georgia. But
Man,
no, seriously, that's good that you kicked that. Honestly, we're proud of you. Like both of us, we can say this unequivocally, and I feel like I can speak for Tim on this. We're proud of you for admitting that. Like that's something that we would never fuck. I would fuck with you, but in a loving, brotherly way. But honestly, yeah, that's something that's great to admit for sure. Yeah.
I mean, listen, it got kind of dark. I had some dark days where it was like.
I've heard stories. Like I've heard dark stories about like drinking lean and shit.
The thing is, though, man, that's nothing compared to the hat you were wearing earlier. So,
would you stop? Don't give him a complex.
No, honestly, because all I would think about is what is this doing to my insides? Because it's like
I didn't even know that was a thing.
In my lifetime, like legitimately in my lifetime, I would probably say by myself I've ingested at least a gallon.
Wow.
Of cough syrup by myself.
Damn, all codeine, pure codeine.
I cut it with Sprite, 7-Up, and such.
Yeah, well, that's how you did it. But it's still like, dude, that's the fact that you were able to kick that. I mean, Lil Wayne, they admitted that he fucking had like holes in his brain.
Yeah, no, see, that's the thing. I relative because I've gotten a CAT scan and everything, and
everything checks out.
Yeah, good. I got a good bill of health. So that's why I consider myself lucky.
Yeah, for sure. That I mean, even like robo tripping back in the day. Like, I don't know if Tim ever experienced people robo tripping before, where you would just drink Robitussin until you fucking started hallucinating. Like people that get addicted to any kind of cough syrup like that, where it makes them feel that way, is fucking weird to me. Like I've never thought that would be an avenue for anything. And then when lean started coming in, I mean, that was a big thing in the hip hop community for in at least, what was it, 05 that people started talking about lean and all that shit.
Oh yeah, that's when it repopulated. I mean, it's been around since the '90s, but yeah.
But when it really became like mainstream, everybody knew what that word meant. That was like the mid 2000s.
No, I mean to this day, and like don't get me wrong, I fully kicked it. I have no
Yes.
desire.
And we're
But
proud of you for that. Don't get me wrong.
I still keep bottles around. only because, and I'm not tempted though. That's the thing. I fully.
He ends up like the Wolf of Wall Street driving his car. I'm sorry. I had to fucking say it because it just reminded me of.
I've been there. There was a night when I drank about a foe and had popped something called an Ambien. And man,
God. Jesus.
How are you upright?
Pulse, we love you for being alive.
Like, no, listen,
honestly, we do. We appreciate the fact you're alive right now, bro.
Me too, me as well. Because it reminded me of a rapper named Zero. One of his lyrics where he would rap about getting stuck at an intersection and watching the light change, green, and just being stuck there, knowing that he should drive, but he can't because he's stuck.
Yeah, I've heard that lyric before.
And I can attest to that. You watch it go green, and you're just like, I know I should move.
A guy we both know, who I want to get on this show, he has a channel called, what the fuck is Landau's thing called?
Normal World?
Normal World. Go check out Normal World on YouTube. Dave Landau and Quarter Black Garrett from the Steven Crowder show. He left Steven Crowder, saw the light. Steven Crowder's an asshole. There's video evidence, Tim. There's video evidence of Steven Crowder being a
right. I assumed that was true when I saw his existence. I'm like, this guy has to be an ass. Like that was what happened with Landau was the least surprising thing ever. Really was.
Fucking yeah, a button for him. Like fuck you. Don't shush one of the greatest comics of like the last 10 years. You fuck. But Dave
Don't hire
Landau
someone funnier than you on your show if you can't handle it.
Agreed. Dave talked about being doing ketamine and being in a K-hole and being in a toga while in said K-hole and like being stopped in front of a police station in his hometown of Michigan, waiting for the stoplight to turn or the stop sign to turn green. So like, yeah, those stories are always interesting, and for you to again, we love that on this show. Like honesty in this show is fucking thing, and for you to admit that was fucking awesome.
That's true. Like Ray and I have pretty much told you guys almost everything. There's like maybe one or two things I would not talk about. That's about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could think of one. That's it.
Yeah.
One.
I'm gonna go take a leak real quick. Again.
Brett, when he's gone, you're gonna be gone now too?
Yes.
All right, that's fine. I am the show. That's not true. Pulse is doing shit. Ray's doing shit. It's all right. Hey, Pale Monkey. Yeah, I think 2 joints may have left. It's all good. We're still here. Pulse is watching baseball. I believe it's tied up right now. It's a big game. They need this game. You don't want to go down 3-1. However, Cleveland Indians in 2016 blew a 3-1 lead in the World Series. Funny thing about that is the Cavs came back from a 1-3 lead like a couple months before that. So in Cleveland, we came back from one, and then we blew one in the same year. Tied up, Pulse.
Yep, and Altuve just got hit.
On purpose?
Yeah, I can't tell. Well, they pitched him.
I doubt it. They're not throwing it at anybody on purpose in the playoffs.
Well, the benches didn't clear, but yeah, he caught him right in the chest. So I'm sure you're happy about that.
I don't want anyone to get hurt, Pulse. I don't wish physical harm on anyone, but
we'll take the base. That's
yeah, I mean, nobody. You have to be kind of insane to throw at somebody in the playoffs. You don't want to give up a free base runner ever.
right. And also,
So I'm
like,
assuming that's not what happened.
it hit him in the chest, and it's like, did they not realize Altuve is only 5 feet tall? So you
He's
like,
a tiny fella.
oh man,
Isn't he? He's like listed at 5'7", but he's like 5'5", maybe.
no, I think he's like 5'1".
He's taller than that. I think he's like around 5'5" or something like that. He's tiny though, but it's one of those things, man. You can hit a lot of bombs.
Bases loaded, no outs. Top of the fourth.
You strike out and double play. Who's pitching for Texas right now?
What? Scherzer. No, I'm not Scherzer. What's this guy's name? Bradford.
Okay.
But they might yank him because he's, like I said, bases loaded.
Yeah.
3-3 game, no outs.
Yeah, it's a tough spot, man. Tough spot.
Bregman's up to bat with no outs.
Now I have a predicament this weekend, Saturday. My niece has it's her last softball tournament of the year. Her first game's at 9:40, then her one at like 12:30, and then one at like 1:40 and more if they win. And Ohio State plays Penn State at noon. If it was any other game, I wouldn't be worried about it. But I can't not watch Ohio State, Penn State. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Where are both of those teams ranked?
Like 5 and 6 or 3 and 6 or something. I don't know. They're both undefeated. So and then plus the college football playoff rankings haven't came out yet, so it doesn't really matter. But
What I'm saying,
it's a huge deal for. They're both undefeated, so it's a huge deal for both of them.
that's what I'm saying. One loss for either team, they're pretty much out of the national title picture, right?
No, not necessarily. I mean, Ohio State made the playoff last year and they lost to Michigan. So
Speaking of Michigan, did you guys see the news that came down through ESPN?
Which one, man? There's been a couple things. You're looking at a couple different things.
The fucking stealing signs and like sending people to like games and stuff for future opponents.
Yeah, there's like a Spygate thing, and there's recruiting violations. Like Jim Harbaugh has lost fucking everything. I don't know. He's probably gonna get fired eventually because of that. Even though he's finally winning, yeah, he's gonna get some trouble. They're gonna have to axe somebody because that's usually what happens in those situations.
What do you think about Urban Meyer?
At Ohio State?
Yeah, well, no, but when he went to Florida,
Jacksonville, you mean?
Yeah, I mean Jacksonville. Yes,
that was weird. I thought that was a terrible idea because he had to leave Ohio State because he's having health problems, and then he's going to try to go to the NFL. He's not made for the NFL. Obviously, it didn't work out.
Well, he goes to the bar talking to some girl. Dude's married. He's talking to some 18-year-old girl. Pulls his dick out at the bar.
He didn't pull his dick out, did he? She just sat on his lap. He didn't pull his dick out.
That's not what I heard.
But I don't know, that guy has cysts all over his brain and shit. So he has some issues. He gets like terrible.
I love how forgiving he is now that there's like shit on his brain. He's like,
yeah,
he doesn't know what he's doing.
I don't think he pulled his dick out. I don't think he did. But it was just a bad look because there's a video of him and like another woman who's not his wife sitting on his lap. That was fucking weird in a bar in Cincinnati. Like, what are you doing, man? In Cincinnati, even.
Oh, Columbus, I thought.
It was Cincinnati because they just played the Bengals.
How much do you think Tim Tebow disapproved? Because he wouldn't do some shit like that.
Fuck Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow would forgive right away. He's very forgiving, Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow wouldn't even be caught in a bar.
Hey, you know the 3 left-handed Heisman Trophy winners, quarterbacks. Sorry, 3 quarterbacks, won Heisman's. They're left-handed.
The closest Tim Tebow ever got to a bar would probably be drinking communion wine.
Probably. That was the version till he was like 26 or some shit.
Well, he got married?
Yeah. He's married now.
Oh, good for him.
Dude, hearing he was like a version of Florida, like made every guy like kind of pissed. Like, why are you not? There's a fucking smorgasbord.
It's Florida.
Right. I was gonna say it'd be even worse if he was at ASU or something like that. Like,
dude, it's bad enough in Florida. Dude, you could have had anything he wanted. That whole campus, anybody.
Hey, he's a good Christian boy who believes in monogamy.
I mean, not to mention he was like the signal caller there. Like he's the star of that team. Led them to national titles.
He's supposed to be getting cauliflower dick.
It'd be
Polly
one
Shore in
thing-
the 90s.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be one thing if he was a second string placeholder. You're the guy, or you're the guy on campus.
Yeah. He could fuck his teammates' moms.
Probably.
I say he wants to, I say he could.
Without a doubt, actually.
But Urban's wife, if he wanted to. Point is, listen, you know who took full advantage of their situation? Johnny Manziel. All right, so he's kind of my hero, honestly, because he didn't let any of that off the table.
Oh, were there stories about him?
Dude, I guarantee Johnny Manziel has like a handful of illegitimate children.
In Texas? Fuck yeah, he does.
Yeah, I ain't him. But no, the thing is, like, yeah, as far as Manziel goes, you're talking about a guy that I think he wanted to be a celebrity more so than he even wanted to play football.
Well, he just was a celebrity. I mean,
Yeah,
geez,
but it's like
I don't know about you, but I think if any of us were that famous when we were that young, we'd probably be dead.
I mean, he's hanging out with Drake.
Wouldn't
Shit.
go well. Yeah, I know. The craziest thing is he didn't make any money. Well, he did find a way to make money. It was funny. You watched the documentary, him and his buddy, he was signing autographs for money, which was against the rules, but he was doing it for a while, and he made a lot of money doing that. And then they hit it all, which is pretty great. He got suspended for like 1/2. So of a game, 1/2 of one game. But yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't know what. Did you watch the documentary on
What documentary?
Manziel?
Not yet.
Pulse?
No, I haven't. What's
Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Okay, I don't have.
Yeah, Johnny. It's called Johnny Football. It's great. But yeah, it talks about, man, like I don't know how anyone honestly at 19 years old could survive being that huge, that famous at that age. Craziest thing is like that guy never watched tape. He didn't watch tape in college. He just fucking went out there and played backyard football, kicked ass.
Yeah, that was never going to work in the pros. You know.
I know. Yeah.
Who does he think he is?
Browns thought it might. Yeah.
I mean, who does he think he is? Mike Vick? You don't have the speed of Mike Vick.
Or the dogfighting perspective of
That's
Mike
true.
Vick as well.
That's true. It's good business sense, really.
Yeah, that teaches you like
You got to be like part
saving money.
part CEO, part veterinarian. You have to be like all those, like part trainer. Really,
No, but
to be all those things.
in all honesty, like if the pocket breaks down, you don't have the speed of Mike Vick. Also,
Only Mike Vick had the speed of Mike Vick.
when you were running around against guys like that in college, that's one thing. In the pros,
I was about to say, wasn't it
these
James
DBs
Harrison?
Yeah, these DBs and linebackers are faster than you.
Dude,
So-
James Harrison, you want to talk about a guy, I mean,
had
had the
this
Super Bowl
conversation.
record for a year.
We don't
For-
need to talk about him again. All right, fuck that guy.
Hey, no, he's
You've
an
already-
idol of mine.
Everything you're about to say, you've already said on this show.
No,
So we don't need to go through
Ray's
it.
absolutely right. I remember the play you're talking about when he chased down that dude and ran 100-yard
That was against Seattle or Arizona.
Arizona. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember just the speed of it because like he's got to go like what 6'5" to 80.
I don't think he's
Probably
6'5", but
in
he's
just the
pretty big.
440 that motherfucker ran. What?
I don't think he's 6'5". 6'5" is too tall for a
And he's
linebacker.
also Kent State. So
6'2".
he was a Kent State boy.
6'2", probably.
He was a Kent State boy. So be proud,
But I mean, just to see a guy.
Tim.
All I said
No,
is that
hold
he
on,
wasn't
Pulse. I need to address this.
Hey, wait. How much have you had to drink? All I said was that he's not 6'5". That's all I said.
No.
All I said.
But give him credit. The man had one of the longest
All I said, he was
touchdown
not
runs in
6'5".
Super Bowl history.
All I said is that he wasn't
Sure.
6'5".
I'm just saying, but for a guy of his size to be able to hoof it like that is
Oh yeah.
that's an
Yeah.
elite athlete. That's
I mean, the sacks that he would get on big plays back in the day were insane. Like he would turn the tide. He was one of those linebackers that was able to like turn the tide of a game with like one sack. Once James Harrison got in, you knew it was over for the offensive line of whatever team the Steelers were playing at that point.
I feel like
6 foot 240.
he's only 6 feet.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm 6'1". That's
Which means he's
Paul's
probably
can look
5'11".
down on James Harrison.
no. I mean, I'm
Blunt.
not. He's an elite athlete. I'm a weekend warrior. I'm not claiming that I'm.
I
But I'm just
like his
saying,
honesty.
I
I
thought
like
he was
the
not-
honesty.
I thought he was a lot bigger. Like, also, I heard that Dwight Freeney was only 5'11". I'm like, shit. How do you play defensive lineman at 5'11"?
Yeah, but most athletes, a lot of them, they're not nearly as big as you think they are, except for basketball players. They are every bit as fucking lengthy motherfuckers. And offensive linemen, they're giants.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw J.J. Watt in Walmart. That guy is all that he cracked up to, all that you see.
Well, and yeah, anyone on the front line is giant.
I'm jealous that
Yeah.
you got to actually see J.J. Watt in the fucking wild, son.
It
Like,
was
that's
crazy,
fucking cool.
Because he was wearing like a short sleeve like dress shirt with a black tie. I don't know where he was going. The entourage around him and everything, and he was just walking in there, and someone's like, "What are
That's
you doing
awesome.
in Walmart?" And he was like, "I'm getting some Colgate."
That's
I mean,
my boy.
Everybody needs Walmart, man.
Right. That's what
Teach-
I was like, why are y'all surprised? What would he like pay somebody to go get him some toothpaste? He's a regular person. Like,
Yeah, man.
I
mean,
will
maybe
say-
if he's like with an entourage and he doesn't feel like, being noticed, like, hey, can you just fucking run me, get me some toothpaste. But
Yeah.
you can get your own fucking toothpaste, man.
I mean, what would you Uber Eats some toothpaste, and like, what would the markup be on that?
Well,
You can double at least.
yeah, probably.
$20 just to get a roll of toothpaste? I just
Well, however, like Taylor Swift doesn't go to stores. She can't, right? And she's not the only one. Like, there's some people that can't go to places, and I understand that. And it must. No, you wonder why those people are weird. Could you imagine? I wonder why Garth
Being
Brooks is
locked
so
in,
weird.
yeah. That's why I want us to be big, but I want us to be like 1,000 people in a room big. Like, I'd rather do a live event in front of 1,000 than 10,000 or more.
You said Garth Brooks doesn't do his own shopping?
I doubt it, man. That guy's weird
Probably
as fuck.
not.
I feel like that's strictly prima donna behavior. You know why? Because you look
He
at a
goes
guy
out as Chris Gaines a lot, so nobody notices him.
Where's the emo wig?
No, it's just because you look at a guy like Keanu Reeves, he'll ride the subway
Yeah.
with no security.
Yeah.
Just be on the subway, and people are like, man, look, it's Neo on the subway.
And I would get his photo immediately.
Also, some people can handle people like Ray being photo hounds. Some people
Yes.
can handle that. Other people also, it's just like, I don't want to fucking deal with it today. I
Let's
get that.
go!
I meant, what happened?
Home run, 7-3.
Ooh.
He had a grand slam.
Jose Abreu, had 2 men on.
Oh,
He had scored 3.
okay.
Okay. Was that the Rangers?
No,
Are they flying from Arlington to Houston? Was it an 8-minute flight?
I don't know, but they're leaving up out of here with a tied-up series. It looks like. after
Yeah.
being-
What highway would you take if it was just
45,
like a
right?
bus?
Yeah,
45?
A 45 to 10, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours. I don't think they would. I mean, that's like a 20-minute flight. I don't know if that. I'm curious. I don't know. I wonder.
I know I can drive from here to Dallas in like 6 hours. So in the air,
Oh, I thought it was closer than that.
no.
No, I thought it was like 3. All right.
God damn it, Tim.
I guess I'm thinking Austin and San Antonio.
Johnny
drove-
Smith is.
I drove to Austin from Houston.
Austin is
3
the
hours.
best, man.
Yeah, it took like
I told-
4 hours.
I'm just gonna put this up because I love Johnny, and I know we've known Johnny. Hilarious. And then Shaquille O'Neal goes to Walmart once a month and buys kids and people in the store $100K worth of stuff. That's pretty crazy.
It's true. No, he does. He'll like go
Yeah.
there strictly
That's
to ball on other people, not like flex on them, but like to buy them shit.
Yeah.
Like he'll buy like
You hear stuff like that in Shaq all the time. Like he'll ask
And
servers like,
This
what
is.
the
I
biggest
agree
hit
with
they ever
Johnny
got,
on
and
this
they
one.
Just
I agree with Johnny.
double it. Yeah, me too.
I was telling somebody last night about. I think it was Ratchet Pete.
How many thumps on the trash can did Abreu hear before he hit that home run?
They're in Ranger Stadium, so I don't know.
I don't care. I'm never going to stop saying that.
And I mean,
I was telling.
how do we know you guys weren't using the same technique? Because I remember whenever
Yeah,
somebody
Tim.
scored,
Because we weren't.
Yeah.
remember whenever somebody would score, they would
Mhm.
actually have actual Indians come out there and like.
Well, hey,
No.
nah, no, Pulse. I'm gonna
Pulse.
stop you there.
You are talking shit about John Adams. You can leave
John
and never
Adams
come
is
back.
different than what the Astros
John
did.
Adams is now gone, but he was a saint.
R.I.P.
All right, he will come back as a saint. He
And
is
Pulse, you know me. I'm not a Cleveland lover. I'm not somebody who loves the fact that I live here. But John Adams, I respect more than the president, whoever it is. I like John Adams to me was a big part of my childhood, hearing those drums at opening day against the Chicago White Sox. You knew who John Adams was.
It was great. I really miss John Adams.
It was a great atmosphere to be in. It's like, okay, it's like when they hit a home run at Minute Maid Stadium and the train comes out. When you heard John Adams, John Adams.
I would like to have John Williams out in the bleachers as well.
Was he really Native American?
Conducting a Star Wars fucking thing.
No, Pulse. It was a little bit of cultural appropriation, but we let it go. He didn't wear a headdress or anything.
Shouldn't his name have been John Redcorn or something like that?
No, his name was John Adams. He worked at AT&T for 50 years. He came until he got laid off, and then he just played the drum in the bleachers.
Oh, speaking of Native American, are you guys familiar with a comedian by the name of Tig Notaro?
Yes.
Yeah, she's not Native American.
She's not?
No.
That name sounds like it is, though.
No, she's not. She's just an average white lesbian. Like, but she's funny. Like, I'm not gonna say she's not hilarious. I'm not. Fella. Yeah, she looks. She looks like, who is it? What was the guy that played Frodo in
Elijah Wood?
She looks like Elijah Wood. Like, she really does.
No, but that name, doesn't it just sound like a Navajo name? Tig Notaro.
Kind of does, but she's just an average white lady. Like, funny, don't get me wrong, but looking at her, I wouldn't say she was a comedian if I saw her at fucking Kroger,
Right. Dude, she churned one too, man. Her wife wasn't gay. Was never with.
She's got hip movement. She's got hip movement.
They were just friends forever, and then she got her. She fucking got her. Yeah,
one night with the strap on with Tig Notaro, I guarantee you there's some dom and choking shit going on during that fucking shit.
Good for her.
Hey, yeah.
Tig Notaro is hilarious. She's great.
I will not shit on Tig Notaro for not being funny. She is hilarious. But, like, she looks like an average Midwest fucking lesbian mom. Like, I've sprayed houses with women that look just like her in them. So, yeah.
I've seen many sad 14-year-old boys that look a lot like Tig Notaro.
Who's the funniest female comedian that you guys can think of?
I'll give you the funniest I've ever seen.
I'm saying that you can think of, whether you worked with her or not.
Maria Bamford, Tig Notaro's up there.
Maria Bamford would definitely. Christina Pachitsky.
Yeah, she's
Christina P. She is. I watched her demolish the Cleveland Improv. Like, oh boy, so nothing happens. But Christina P. is definitely up there. I'd love to get her on the show, to be honest with you. I don't know if she's
one of the biggest podcasts in the world. So
she is.
I doubt it. What I'm saying is, you guys need to shoot lower. Get those low hanging fruits.
We have Sam Alvey coming on. That's pretty big.
I'm just saying we need to have lower hanging fruits.
I
Like,
know.
Mr. Cooper's not coming on. All right, he's not. I mean, ask him, but he's not coming. Okay.
If Mr. Cooper came on, I would lose
John
my
Claude
fucking
Van
mind.
Damme not coming on. Vanilla Ice not coming on. Although I'd love
Vanilla
to talk
Ice,
to
I
him.
feel like we could get if we like did enough follow-up emails.
Well, I could talk to him about Sugar Creek, dude. He was like all about it. Sugar Creek when he was doing the Amish show.
Yeah. I actually met the guy who was on that show at the bar when I was in Berlin. Because me and the girl at the time I was dating were at a bar where that guy was, and was like, "This is the guy who was on with Vanilla Ice," which was awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Johnny Smith, this is a good suggestion by Johnny Smith. Although I don't think we could pull it off. Get some hot hose on. I don't think that's going to work.
I know. I put that up there.
No, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yankee Stadium is crazy during a game. Whether you like Yankees or not, it's fun as fook. I could see that being. Even though I'm not a big Yankees fan, I would go to Yankee Stadium just to say I went to Yankee Stadium, even though it's not the OG Yankee Stadium. You know,
I mean, I want to go to all of them, but that's the one of the 30 that I'm not looking forward to because it's just I think like just the getting in and out of there is like it's gonna be such a pain in the ass.
yeah,
That has to be fucking awful. You know, it's on the trains and getting on the Lord, like I can get out of my car and on the highway in 10 minutes going to Cleveland. That's not going to happen in New York. And
No.
same thing with going to City Field in
Pittsburgh. Like there were times that if the crowd was mostly whatever the away team was,
Mm-hmm.
you would still deal with like a half an hour delay in the parking garage, like 2 feet from the fucking stadium.
No, I mean, if you're in the garage, it always takes a long time. But not like it would be. I mean, the fucking mess it would be trying to get on trains and shit in Yankee Stadium.
Fuck
yeah, man, I mean, nuts. I mean, probably the same thing. Well, LA at least has a parking lot.
So I missed most of the comedians you named. Did either of you happen to name Wanda Sykes?
No.
Wanda Sykes is funny.
She is funny though.
Yeah. Some of her political views I don't agree with, but she is a legitimately funny comedian. I'm not politics aside, I respect Wanda Sykes a lot.
Do you rate her higher than Sarah Silverman?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Without a doubt, kid. No, that's a no-brainer. Wanda Sykes
problem with Sarah Silverman, but I think she's a better actress than she is.
Wanda Sykes is in my top 10 of female comedians. My number one,
Joan Rivers.
I would actually, believe it or not, I would put Kathleen Madigan as my number one.
Yeah, she's funny too. I mean, like,
Kathleen Madigan, if you've never seen her do stand-up comedy, she is one of the best storytellers, and she's like that aunt at the party that's got the cigarette in her hand. And she's just like, and a beer in the other, and she's just telling dumb stories about her friends. And you're just laughing the entire time.
So long as you didn't say Amy Schumer, we're cool.
Amy Schumer's in like top 20, but she's low on that top 20.
I rewatched most of Trainwreck the other day. I forget. You know what? I turned it off. I mean, it's a solid movie, especially as far as rom-coms go. But dude, Colin Quinn made that fucking movie. Colin Quinn was so fucking good as her dad.
I love Colin Quinn.
He was amazing in that. When he died, I'm like, I don't want to watch it anymore. Colin Quinn died. I know he died, and I saw it before, but and LeBron was funny in it too. But it's a decent movie.
I would love to get Colin Quinn on this show.
Me too. Colin Quinn's a man.
And like he actually recently put out a thing watching his 1992 HBO half hour.
I should, Ryan Kills. I should. Okay, actually, I have to.
All right, buddy. Yep, take yourself off.
That's fine. We're about done anyway if he's leaving.
Yeah, because we kind of talked about UFC 294.
You're at the point where you're like a lot more drunker than me, and you're like screaming over me and stuff, and No, it's okay. It's usually okay because I'm usually more drinks in, but I'm
Yeah.
not today. I've only 3 in, and that's not enough to be with you today. It's fine. That's fine. It's not a big deal.
I've drank 9 beers.
Yeah. So you're 3 times me.
But I'm
And
excited
I
for this
really
card.
should not have drank today. Well, I only had 3. It's not a big deal because I'm going to be drinking tomorrow because Dad's going to be around. I'll be at my brother's, probably fall asleep on the couch because Dad's bringing a bottle of bourbon out.
Oh no!
Of course,
I
he
want
is.
Bourbon Tim voice memos.
I'll just send you ones of my brother and my dad talking about nonsense, so you just hear my dad talk.
Yes.
You might not understand what he's saying, but you'll laugh because you'll hear his cadence, and that will make you laugh because
I like it.
Yeah.
Make sure to tell your dad that you're recording.
Nope,
Okay.
not as long as you don't share it.
Well, I was gonna share it on the show.
No.
The thing about those people.
No, I wouldn't say anything like that. I just usually what happens, he just goes in these deep conversations with my brother. I'm just kind of like sitting there. I'm always saying, I'm like, does Dad know I'm here? I don't think he ever does. It's fine.
Oh.
No, it'd be good to see.
But who do you got for just the 3 fights on the main card?
Volk, because I really want it to happen. Hazmat suit, although I don't want that to happen. I put Johnny Walker too. You know what? No, I don't believe that's going to happen. No, I think Akalev's going to beat him. Who are the other ones? Let me look.
Yeah, let's do the main card. Talk about it real fast. All right, us.
Honestly, I don't remember who some of these guys are. That's one thing about the Abu Dhabi cards. All these guys. I can't remember their names.
Saeed Nurmagomedov. He has 1 eye, I believe. If I remember correctly, he's got like 1 eye.
They wouldn't let him fight if he had only 1 eye. He may have
it's
one.
Saudi
iffy
Arabia.
Eye.
They will let anybody fight if they pay enough.
It's UAE. Okay, that's different.
It's Saudi Arabia.
United Arab Emirates. Tim Elliott's probably going to get his ass kicked, but I hope he doesn't. And there's a lot of names I can't pronounce. I thought, yeah, this is the thing about these Abu Dhabi cards. You're like, I will tell you about the fights that I can pronounce the guys' names. And the only reason I can pronounce Islam Makhachev is because, and especially Hamzat Shemaev, is because, and Magomed Akhmadov, because we see him fight so much. I mean, the fact that I can say Magomedov relatively close to correct is because they fight.
Yeah, the prelims really, Tim, like you said, Tim Elliott.
We'll
Victor
say this.
Henry has gorgeous hair.
This has nothing to do with this card, but Cody Garbrandt is fighting Brian Kelleher. My first thought was, number one, I'm like, they didn't cut Kelleher yet, and my second one was, man, if he loses to Kelleher, he's fucked. He better not lose to Kelleher.
Agreed.
So, yeah. He better beat Kelleher.
Well, everybody, hopefully you guys enjoy UFC 294. It starts at 10 a.m. Because it's on Yas Queen Island in Saudi Arabia, and you guys will enjoy it, hopefully, and we'll talk about it Tuesday. Also, we'll talk to Smiling Sam Alvey at 7 p.m., so top of the show, we will have Sam Alvey with us. And, hopefully you guys tune in for that as well. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, do what you got to do. And if you want to give us money, donation link down below. Thank you, guys.
You are aware Saudi Arabia is a different country, right? Saudi Arabia, like UAE is a country Abu Dhabi is in. Saudi Arabia is a completely different country. They have different laws. Especially, you can drink in the UAE. Can't drink in Saudi Arabia.
It's the United Arab Emirates.
Yes, but Saudi Arabia is a completely different country.
It's part of the UAE, though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Saudi Arabia. Well, Well, then that doesn't make Abu Dhabi part of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because it's in Abu Dhabi or
No,
Saudi Arabia.
That's like saying Cleveland's a part of Texas.
No, it's part of Ohio.
What you're saying doesn't make any sense. Saudi Arabia, you can't drink in Saudi Arabia. You can drink in Abu Dhabi.
Can you drink in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, man.
I thought that they were. Hold on. I want to settle this before we call it a night. Can you
Yes, you can.
drink
I'm telling you.
in Abu Dhabi? Ooh. Generally, the legal drinking. Okay. All right.
See, this is what happens when you try to test me. I'm always
Hey.
right and you're always wrong.
Ministry of Tourism by law prevents hotels from serving alcohol to those who are underage. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If you're under the age of 18.
Anyway, but
Hold on.
You're just lumping Saudi Arabia and UAE together like they're the same place.
Can
They're
you
not at all.
drink in UAE? Let's see. Alcohol. UAE residents can drink alcohol at home and at licensed venues. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Like I said, you're lumping Saudi Arabia and UAE, and they're not the same place.
I'm more doing the Islam thing. Like,
You're just being racist.
Alcohol is not cool. No,
You're just being
no,
racist.
alcohol
No.
is not permitted in hardcore Islamic sects.
In Saudi Arabia, but you're calling UAE Saudi Arabia, and it's not.
But
it's two
you know
different
what?
places.
I will give them credit for allowing that. For both countries. Absolutely.
They're not all the same country, Ray, is what you're trying to say.
But in both countries, I will applaud them
Abu
for
Dhabi
allowing
is Saudi
drinking.
Arabia, and it's not. All right.
I'm just
anyway.
saying.
Things are a whole lot worse off in Saudi Arabia than they are in UAE. I would absolutely go to
For
Abu
sure.
Dhabi or
For
Dubai.
sure.
I have no interest in going to Saudi Arabia. They're two completely different places.
Agreed.
Okay,
Agreed.
now it can be done.
All right, guys. Thank you for being with us. And as always, we will see you at the Kumite, fam.
Go Quakers, beat Dover.